happen again. We continue to seek the public's kind understanding and support. Thank you very much indeed for your attention. Council, if we are ready, this morning's witness, you may proceed to bring him in.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, and members of the audience. May I ask that the witness be brought in, please?
Thank you. Council, are we ready? What's holding up?
We are sorting out the interpretation arrangements in the interpretation booth.
Thank you. Yeah, but it should have done.
Okay.
Hi, Babu Cham.
Man Babu Cham.
Hi, Babu Cham.
Man Babu Cham.
Man Babu Cham.
Do swear that
Ange Watney.
Ange Watney.
I'll speak the truth,
Dina wax dëgga.
Dina wax dëgg.
the whole truth,
Dëgga bi yépp.
Dëgg bi yépp.
and nothing but the truth.
Duma fi wax leneen lu dul dëgga.
Ma fi wax leneen lu dul dëgg.
So help me God.
Kon Yàlla dimbale ma.
Yàlla jàppale ma.
Good morning, Mr. Cham. Welcome to the TRRC.
Cham ñu ngi la nuyu di la dalal fii ci TRRC.
Maa ngi leen di fay.
I'm greeting back. Today we want to talk to you about your encounter with the NIA.
Tey nag lañ bëgg a waxtaan ak yow moo di jokko bi nga xam ne am nga ko ak NIA.
Concerning a botched drug transaction that took place in 2009.
Mu aju nag ci xew-xew boo xam ne mu ngi amoon ci atum 2009.
And we'd also want you to talk about your experience in the hands of the NIA during that period.
Dinañ bëgg nga wax ñu jamono boobu lan nga yëg sa diggante ak waa NIA ci jamono boobu.
Are you ready to proceed to talk about that?
Léegi ndax pare nga pour waxtaanee ko.
Waaw pare na.
Yes, I am ready.
You have just taken a note to speak the truth. May I remind you that it is a criminal offense in the laws of this country to lie on the oath or to provide false testimony or false information to the TRRC.
Danga waat léegi nag ñuy la fàttali ne yaxal luwaa la bu fekkee ne waat nga ba pare te waxuloo loo xam ne du dëgg yax nga luwaa TRRC yax nga luwaa réew mi.
Dégg naa ko.
I have that.
What are your full names, please?
Naka nga tudda ak naka nga santa.
Suma tur BABUCARR la.
My name is BABUCARR.
Ma santa Cham.
My surname is Cham.
What's your date and place of birth?
Kañ nga juddu ak fan nga juddoo.
Maa ngi juddoo Birkama.
I was born in Bilkama,
1961.
1961.
And where do you currently reside?
Jamono ji fan nga dëkka.
Ba tey maa ngi Birkama.
Still, I'm living in Bilkama.
What kind of work do you do?
Ban façon ngi liggéey nga def.
Suma liggéey de mooy business rek.
I'm a businessman.
Could you recall an incident that happened in Birkama in 2009 involving the drug squad, the NIA, and some individuals from Guinea-Bissau?
Mun nga fàttaliku xew-xew boo xam ne amoon na atum 2009 ca Birkama te nag ñi nga xam ne ñooy drug squad yi NIA yi ak ay ñenn ñoo xam ne ñu nga bàyyeeko woon Bissau ñoom ñëpp ñu bokkoon ci.
Waaw mun naa ko fàttaliku.
Yes, I can remind.
Can you give us a background or a context of how that event took place?
Mun nga ñoo wax rek xew-xew boobu naka la xewee.
Waaw.
Yes.
Go ahead, please.
Waaw comme ni nga ko waxee rek 2009.
As you just said, in 2009,
dafa amoon bés ma nekk ci suma fiita bi.
there was a day I was with my FITA.
Ma am information foofu.
I got an information there
Ci wàlli drogue bi ñuy wax nii.
about the drug case that you are talking about.
What information did you receive?
Ban xibaar nga ci jot.
Waaw xibaar bi moo ne nit a ñëwoon ma ne because suñ ko doon defee suñ koñ la.
The information is about that somebody told me that what happened was where we live.
Mu woon ma ne lii ma romba fële de lañ faa waxtaane yëfi drogue la de seen mbedd mi fële.
He told me what I passed there, what they are discussing is about drug.
Ne ko drogue suñ boor mu ne waaw.
I told him drug in our area.
Did he
said yes.
tell you exactly where in your area?
Ndax wax na la fan la sax digga seen boor.
Booba Birkama Jidda la.
Then that was Bilkama Jida.
Did he tell you in which compound at Birkama Jida?
Wax na la ban kër la ci ca Birkama Jida.
Waaw daf na ma maa ngi leen fekk bunti kër Tidiane Ndour.
He told me that I found them at the compound gate of Tidiane Ndour.
Ñu ngi waxtaan waaye ñi ma fekk ñuy waxtaan dëkkuñ fi de.
They were chatting, but the people that I met there, they are not native of that place.
waaye li ñoo waxtaan foofu ci mbiri drogue la dégg ñuy wax.
But what they are discussing about is about drug.
Did he tell you where those people were from?
Wax na la nit ñooñu fan lañ bàyyeekoo.
Waaw mu ne ma Bissau waa Bissau lañ.
Yes, he told me that they are from Bissau.
And by Bissau you mean Guinea-Bissau?
Seen Bissau loolu mooy Guinée-Bissau.
Waaw Guinée-Bissau.
Yes, Guinea-Bissau.
Okay. Did you know this Keba Ndour before?
Keba Ndour mi xamoon nga ko balaa bés boobu.
Waaw xamoon naa ko.
Yes, I knew Keba Ndour before.
Tell us the relationship you had with him, if any.
Wax ñu bu fekkee ne am nga benn jokkoo ak moom ban façon ni jokkoo la.
Waaw moom kër gi ñoo wax noonu sax ne fa la gaay nekk noonu kër googu la suma kër la woon.
Yes, the compound that he was talking about, that compound, it's mine.
Was mine.
Was mine. It was just an empty land.
How did Kebandur come to own that land?
He bought it.
From who?
From me.
Your informant, the person who told you about this allegation of drug dealing in that compound, why do you think the person came to you?
Kila jox xibaar bi jox la xibaar yi mbiri drogue boobu ci kër googu noonu laa tax nga foog ne moom dafa ñëw ba ci yow mu wax la ko.
ñoo kooku li tax mu ñëw ci man wax ma ko moom xam na ne koñ bi ma dëkkee xale yi fa nekk sax di toxantu taay ak yi ñëpp jotee naag ñëpp parce que du ma ko dee alaaw foofu.
He knew that I had problem with all those, even those kids who used to play with drugs, because I don't play. I'm not somebody that compromise with that.
I don't tolerate it.
I don't tolerate.
I'm not a koñ boo xam ne fa lañ dee toog suma boor foofu.
There is a junction that they usually sit near my compound.
suñ déggee maa ngi ñëw ñu dégg suma machine moto dañoo daw.
If they have my vehicle's engine coming, they run away.
parce que façon bu ne def naa ko fa ak ñoom.
Because I make many dealings with them.
In a sense, you're telling us that you were an elder in that area who was against the use and dealing in drugs in your area.
Dafa mel ni yow kilifa nga woon ci gox boobu nga xam ne daal yow ànduloo woon ci lépp loo xam ne moo di jëflante ak mbiri sniper yi mbiri drogue yi.
Voilà, ba léegi sax ba fi ma toog nii ba tey maa ngi ci.
Still now I'm on it.
So, but that aside, do you think there is any other reason why this guy spoke to you about this?
Gannaaw loolu rek ndax foog nga ne waa jooju am na leneen lu tax ba moom mu ñëw pour wax ak yow mbir mi.
Amul benn reason.
There is no reason.
The fact that you were the previous owner of that house, is that of that compound, is that a reason why this guy would come to you to tell you?
Ne comme que yow nag béréb boobu yow yaa ko moomoon pàkk boobu ndax xëj na loolu taxu tamit mu ñëw ci yow pour wax la ko.
waaw mun naa tax because moom yëgul ne jaay naa foofu.
Maybe it could be because he was not aware that I already sold that land.
So what did you do when you received this information from this person?
Bi la waa ji joxee xibaar bi lan nga def?
li ma def mooy dama leen boole ci drug squad yi.
I reported them to the drug squad.
Why did you report to the drug squad?
Lu tax nga boole leen ci drug squad?
pour ñu ñëw def seen liggéey su fekkee dégg la drogue la ñoo liggéey foofu ñu jéem leen a clear foofu.
So that they can come and do their job. If at all they were dealing with drugs, they can clear them out.
In a sense, you are just doing your duty as a citizen to report a crime that was happening in your area, to report a vice that was existing in your area.
Manam daal yow doomi réew bu baax nga boo xam ne rek da nga gis loo xam ne mu ngi xew ci sa gox gi te warul nga dem pour boole ko.
Exactly loolu rek la woon.
Exactly, that was the only thing.
And in fact, it is our civic responsibility, all of us, as citizens, to report crimes, when they are being committed, to our knowledge, especially those that would affect the people that we live with.
Ndaxam sax warugal la képp koo xam ne doomi réew mi nga boo gisee dara loo xam ne mu ngi xew sa gox te warut nga boole ko surtout mu doon loo xam ne dafa lor ñi nga xam ne ñoo la wër.
Yàqal waa boo xam ne dafa lor ñi la wër. Thank you very much.
loolu rek ma ci dugaloon.
That was the only thing. That was my only involvement.
And you thought by report, why did you actually go to the drug squad and not other institutions of government?
Lan moo tax nag nga jubali rek dem yégali ko waa drug squad te demuloo ci yeneen bunti liggéeykaay ci réew ci ron nguur gi.
waaw suma jàngalum soriya di xam naa ne drug squad ñoo saytu wàllu drogue ci réew mi fii.
No matter how low educated I am, I know that drug squad is responsible of drugs.
moo tax dew ma NIA dew ma police ma dem ci drug squad.
That's why I didn't go to the NIA, I didn't go to the police, I went to the drug squad.
And your belief at that time was that the NIA was the government institution that had responsibility over this particular matter?
But jamono joju nak li nga yek modi ne NIA.
I'm sorry, I meant drug squad.
Drug squad ñoom ñooy bunta nguur gi nga xam ne ñoom lañ sas pour ñu saytu mbir yu demee noonu.
Waaw.
Yes.
Who did you report the matter to at the drug squad?
Ba nga demee drug squad nag ci kan nga boole mbir yi.
Waaw ki ma njëkk a oo mooy Lamin Kabu.
The first person that I called was Lamin Kabu.
Why did you call Lamin Kabu?
Lan tax nga oo Lamin Kabu.
Waaw Lamin Kabu itam daanaka ñoo bokk koñ.
Lamin Kabu also we share the same street.
Te ma xamoon ko tam bu baax di drug squad bi moom laa gën a miin foofu.
And I knew him very well at the drug squad. He's the only person that I know better.
You're suggesting that he was working for the drug squad at the time?
yaa ngi wax ne moom moo doon liggéeyal drug squad jamono boobu.
Exactly, wow.
Exactly.
And your reason, therefore, for calling him was that this is a man who lived in almost the same street with you, and he also worked for the drug squad.
Li waral nga oo ko sax mooy ne moom nit la koo xam ne mu ngi dëkk ci benn mbeddami ak yow te tamit mu ngi liggéeyal drug squad.
Wow.
Yes.
And what did you tell him?
Lan nga ko wax.
Dama ko oo dem uyu ma ne ko Lanka am na luñ ma wax fii léegi de bugga naa comme yow sa liggéey la nga jóg dem seeti leen.
I called him, I told him that I had an information as far as it concerned your job, you come and see them.
Did you tell him what was it that concerned his job that he had to go and see?
Ndax bang ko wax na wax nga ko lan la mbir mi lan la loo xam ne mu ngi aju ci wàllu liggéeyam te dafa war a ñëw pour gis ko.
Wax naa ko ko dama ko ne drogue lañ fa waxtaanee de.
I told him.
Gisuma ko dew ma fa waaye jot naa di information demal nga seet leen.
I told him that they are talking about drug, though I didn't go there, but they are talking about drug, you have to go and see.
Did you speak to anybody else about it?
Gannaaw moom nag ndax wax nga ko ak keneen.
Waaw boosam.
Yes, his boss.
Who was the boss?
Kan moo doon boss
ba
bi.
nekkoon time boobu fàtte naa turam nag.
The boss who was there, I forgot his name.
bi ma ko ooyee dafa jox téléphone bi boosam ne ma wax ko suma boss balaa maa liif jóg fii nii.
The time I told him, he picked his phone and told me to tell the boss first before he leaves the place.
Who gave the phone to the boss?
Kan moo jox téléphone bi boss bi.
Moom Lanka.
He said Lanka.
moo jox boosam téléphone bi ma expliqué boosam ba pare.
gave
boosam ne ma kon mu ngi ñëw maa ngi ko boole nit mu ñu dem fa.
He gave the phone to his boss and he told me that I'm letting him come with another person so that you can go to the scene.
So not only did you speak to Lamin Kabu, aka Lanka, you also spoke to his superior, his officer commanding, about the allegations or the suggestion of drug dealing in your street, and he promised to deploy officers to the ground to deal with it. Is that what you said?
Bondal sa wax ji emul rek ci Lamin Kaabo dañu di ko wax Lanka waaye wax nga koy tamit ki nga xam ne moo di boosam pour xamal ko li nga xam ne moo di xew ci gox bi te mu diglay tamit ne dina boole ay nit yoo xam ne dina leen ebal ñu ñëw foofu noonu la.
Exactly noonu la dem.
Yes, exactly. That's how it is.
Apart from that, that is passing the information on to Lanka, Lamin Kabu, and his superior, his officer commanding. Did you have anything else to do with this particular matter?
Gannaaw bu emul rek ci xibaar gi nga jotali ko Lamin Kaabu ba pare eggee ko tamit ki nga xam ne moo di kilifaam ndax am na leneen loo defaat gannaaw loolu.
No, suma liggéey foofu la yem.
No, that's where I did my job. That's where I will be separated.
You said you've never been to the place to know what was going on. That is when you spoke to Lanka. Did you go to the place subsequently to see what was going on?
Wax nga ne balaa nga doon wax Lanka moomu jotuloo dem ci béréb bi waaye nag ndax gannaaw boo waxee moom ba pare mujjee woon ngaa dem seeti béréb boobu.
Déedéet man ba tey suma tànk taxaw fa.
No, I have never stepped my foot there.
What happened afterwards?
Lu xew nag gannaaw bi.
Waa gannaaw gi li xew mooy bés boobu ci boppam maa ngi suma kër.
What happened later, on that very day, I was in my house.
Ma tëdd ak suma njaboot yëpp.
I was with my family.
Ci guddi.
At night.
For na 2:30 dal.
Around 2:30 a.m.
Ma dégg suma bunti kër gi ñu di ko dóor dóor yu métti.
I had a bang on my compound gate.
Ma tiit ci eew.
And I was up.
Ma génn.
I went out.
maa ngi odoo tawel génn dem ma xam ne definitely suma bunta la ñoo dóor.
I wrapped a towel and I knew that it was my compound gate that was knocked.
Ma dem ubbi bunti kër gi.
I opened the gate.
Ma gis nit ñu taxaw ñeneen ndax juróom daal.
I saw some people standing almost to 5.
Ma ne leen salaamaaleykum.
And I greeted them.
ñu fay ma ma ne leen lu xew ñu ne ma ci yow lañ ñëw.
They responded and I asked them what happened. They said, we come to see you.
Ma ne ñëw ci man time bi ñu ne waaw.
I told them that come to me at this time of the night.
Ma ne leen bismillah.
And I welcomed them.
Ma dem ba ci état bi taw ñu ne ma nañ dem ci biir néeg bi.
I went up to the middle of the compound. They told me to go inside.
Ma ne leen man suma jabar yeeg doom yëpp tëdd nañ di duñ waxtaan fii su fekkee wax ñu ne ma noonoo ci biir.
I told them that my family, everybody is in bed. Why not we chat here? They said no inside.
Ne waaw léegi yéen ñan ngeen sax ñu ne ma ñun NIA lañ.
I asked them who you are. They said they are from the NIA.
Did they show you any document?
Won nañ la ben kayit bu mëna wone ne wa NIA lañ.
Wanuñ ma dara.
No, they have never shown me any document.
How about a warrant?
Amul ben kayit bu wone tamit war na leena jox doole ñu visit sa nek fofu.
Dara lu ma li ñoo wax wonewuñ dara.
And they didn't show anything.
Who came? Can you tell us the names of the persons who came?
Duñ ñu mëna wax tur yi ñi nga xamne ñoo fa ñëwoon.
Waaw.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Ñi fa ñëwoon.
Those who came.
Seen njiit li Sow la santa Sow.
The leader was surnamed Sow.
Which Sow is that?
One Sow la ci.
Boba jamono de fona director of operation la NIA or one of the directors.
That time he was one of the directors of the NIA.
Is he still working at the NIA or not?
Mu ngi liggéey NIA ba léegi ndax.
Waaw parce que foog naa gis naa ko mu toog ci toogu bi fii sax maa ngi suma kër di ko seetaan fii.
Yes, I saw him on this street. I was in my house watching the TRC.
Well, if you have watched him testify before the commission, what position does he hold, if you can recall?
Bu fekkee ne yow gis nga ko mu ñëw fii di joxe seedeem ci TRC bon ban maxaamal la yore woon doo ko mën a xam.
La yore léegi.
Lim yore léegi foo naa mooy seen njiit daal mooy director bi.
Now he is the director general.
He did not say director general. He said
he's their leader.
He is their boss.
He's their boss.
He is the director.
The director.
Thank you very much. But you mean Usman Sow, the director general, who testified before the commission?
Bon ki nga wax bon mooy Ousmane Sow.
A few weeks ago.
Director general bi fi joxe seedeem ay bisu ay yu néew ci gannaaw rek.
Waaw xaw ma woon turam nag fàtte naa waaye Ousmane léegi Soumaël dal na ne Ousmane la.
It's Usman. I didn't know his name before, but now my mind is back. It's Usman Sow.
And who else?
Akan.
Waaw moom Ousmane ñoo fa ñëw.
Yes, Usman. And
ñoo wax Lamine Mané.
somebody called Lamine Mané.
Ak Dembo Mbay.
Dembo Mbay.
Lamine Dabo.
Lamine Dabo.
Lamine Dabo. Yeah, I'm not ñeneen waaye fàtte naa ñu seen.
There are others, but I forget their names.
Okay. And did they carry anything when they arrived at your home at that night?
Ba ñoo ñëw ndax amee nañ dara seen loxo.
Waaw ñu ngi amee woon dara.
Yes, they were with something.
Like what?
Mel naka.
Ngànnaay.
Weapons.
Ban façon ngi ngànnaay. What kind of weapons?
Mooy fetel.
Gun.
Nga ngànnaay mun naa doon jaasi.
Waaw bi fetel la du jaasi.
Yes, this is gun. It's not cutlass.
What kind of guns?
Ban façon fetel.
Aw ma xam-xam nag ci fetel. Waaye xam naa ne fetel la daal.
I don't have a wider knowledge in weapons, but I know it's gun.
How did you feel at this time, 2:30 a.m., officers from the NIA burst into your house armed with rifles? How did you feel at this time?
Léegi ñaari waxtu yi ci xaaji guddi ak genn wàll nga gis ay nit yoo xam ne ñu ngi bàyyi ko NIA ñëw amee ay fetel ñëw ci yow jamono boobu lan nga yëg.
yëg naa lu métti.
I was very terrified.
Parce que jamono jooju.
Because at that time.
suñ ne la NIA wax na sa tur sax.
They said that NIA has even mentioned your name.
Dina am lu jóg ci yow.
Something you must feel something.
Waxuma la na nga tëdd ba past ñu ñëw wër sa kër.
Much more that you are in bed up to that time, they come to your house.
Because ñi amee woon goon dugguñ de suma bu kër gi lañ wër mut nañ 8 people.
Because those who were armed, they didn't enter, but they surround my compound. They were up to 8 people.
ñu gaare seen moto yi sax feeñ lampa yi moto yi ñuul kuk xaw ma state house lañ jóge xaw ma amuñ number.
They parked their vehicles outside with their headlights on, and I don't know whether they are from State House, but they are tinted black vehicles.
ñi nekk ci biti ñoo amee fetel yi.
Those outside are the ones armed with guns.
So ak ñi dugga suma biir néeg.
So and others who came to the house.
ñooñu téyewuñ fetel.
They were not armed.
bi ma génnee biñ maa yóbbu laa gis fetel yi ñu taxaw rang suma bunti kër.
When they arrested me and they were taking me, that's the time I saw those armed with weapons, guns.
Okay. So when they arrived, they insisted that you must go inside with them. What happened afterwards?
léegi bañ accès nag ñu dal di forcé ne nag nga dema ñoom ci biir gannaaw loolu lan moo xew.
waaw dañ ñëw dugga ci biir ne dañoo saaj.
Yes, they came in, they said that they have to search.
Did they show you any document authorizing them to search your house?
won nañ la benn kayit boo xam ne moo leen a dooleel pour ñu visiter sa néeg.
ñii daal wanuñ ma dara lu ma ak seen doole NIA buñ accès ci man.
These people didn't show me anything, only their strength of being an NIA officer.
Only their power?
Their powers.
And what did they say to you after that?
gannaaw loolu na lan lañ la wax.
ñu ne dañ bëgg a saaj suma néeg.
They said that they want to conduct a search my house.
ma ne leen bismillah.
And I welcome them.
Did they say what they were looking for?
wax nañ la lan lañ doon ut.
ñu ne dañoo seet ndax drogue dina fa nekk.
They said that they were trying to search whether there is drug there.
ma ne bismillah.
And I welcome the idea.
ñu saaj ma saaj bu métti nag.
They searched me thoroughly.
What do you mean by search bu métti? What do you mean by what you just said?
soo ne saaj bu métti lañ la saaj nag loolu lu mu tekki.
waa xam nga saaj mun naa am nga yurndu lool laal bi lifin tuuti ne waa baax na ñu ngee dem waaye ñii.
The search can be at a low level that you can peep under the bed and you say it's okay. But for these people,
suma lal bi.
my bed,
matla bi dañ ko teg fële.
they turn upside down the mattress,
ceiling bi.
the ceiling,
dañ yéeg ca biir.
they climb up there.
foo xelaat ne dinañ foog ne dara mun nañ ko fee denc rek tas nañ ko suma biir néeg.
Anywhere they think that they can hide something there, they have searched it.
Did they damage anything during that process?
bi ñoo def loolu nag ndax yàq nañ fa dara.
non yàqaluñ ma dara. ana tasaare rek.
They didn't spoil anything, they scattered my things.
And what happened after this search?
gannaaw buñ defee visite yooyu ba pare nag lu xew.
biñ saajee ba pare lu mut 1 hour plus. dara
They searched up to 1 hour
ci
plus.
boppam ñu ñaxatoo yëpp.
They
maa
didn't see
ngi taawal
anything.
suma njaboot bi.
They were even sweating.
ñu ne ma léegi nag.
They told
gisuñ
me
fi
now.
dara waaye.
We didn't see anything, but
foog ñu àndaayo Banjul dañ la soxla.
we must go to our place in Banjul. We need you.
ma ne Banjul time bi.
I said, Banjul at this time of the night.
ñu ne ma waaw.
They said yes.
Bismillah.
I welcome the idea.
Ka tawela ma sol suma tubéy ak mbuba.
Because it's a towel, I have to dress up my trouser and my shirt.
Suma jabara ngi taxaw di ma xool.
My wife was standing watching me.
ak suma doom yi.
And my children.
ñu jaaxle lool parce que musuñoo dégg sa police ne ma kaay fii waxuma.
They worried a lot because they have never had police calling me.
ma bàyyi leen foofu ak seen jaaxle ak seen jooy ñu eb ma noonu yóbbu ma ba ci
I left them there with their worries and crying, and I go with them. I went with them outside.
bi ma génnee laa gis moto yi rang.
When I went outside, that's the time I saw the vehicles parked by.
ñu dugal ma ci benn seen pick-up yu rëy yi la ñu sandwich ma ci digg bi.
They put me in one of their pickups. They sandwiched me between each other.
ñu continuer dem Banjul.
And we continue to Banjul.
Were you handcuffed?
ndax dañ ceene woon nañ sa loxo yi.
déedéet.
No.
waaye sandwich nañ ma rek ci digg bi nii.
But I was sandwiched in between two of them.
ñu dem ba Banjul.
We went up to Banjul.
Where in Banjul?
Anti Banjul.
NIA.
At the NIA.
Bañ duggee.
When we entered,
ñu dem ba ca biir.
we went up to inside.
Néeg biñ fees nii.
The house that we faced.
The building we faced.
The building we faced.
Néeg biñ fees waaw.
Yes.
ñu jaaree ca gannaaw.
We went behind.
So waa ngi ci kanam.
So I was in front.
maa ngi ci toppa.
I'm at the back.
Nitam yaa ngi ma toppa.
And I was followed by his people.
ñu jaar ca gannaaw.
We went through the back way.
Yéeg ca kaw.
We went up.
bañ eegee ca kaw.
When we were up,
ñu fekkaat fa ñeneen ci NIA ay ñu takku tuuti.
we found others at the NIA who were little armed.
bi ma duggee foofu nag.
ñu takku tuuti. What do you mean by that?
ñu takku mooy ñu bëri.
Yeah, okay.
ñoo xam am nañ few people foofu.
Some few people there
ñuñ fekk ci kaw.
that we met up there.
waa ñooñu itam am nañu ma am seen tur.
And some of those people, I knew their name.
I don't know their names.
xam naa seen tur.
No, you know their names.
Wow.
Yes, please tell us.
ñi ci kaw foofu.
Those up there,
fekk naa fa ku ñëw Jim Dramé.
I found somebody called Jim Drame,
Alaaji Mor Diop.
Laji Mor Job,
Sukuta Sukuta Sambu.
Sukuta Sambu,
Is it Jamme or Sambo?
waa Bakaw bi ki gaañu. Sukuta Sambu.
Jamme, Sukuta Jamme.
something like that. Sukuta mooy turam.
Yes.
waaw.
yes.
fekk naa fa ñooñu.
I found those people there.
fekk ak ñeneen daal xaw ma
Others
seen tur.
that I cannot remember their names.
And what was going on at the time you arrived?
waaw.
ba nga àggal jamono jooju lan moo doon xew noonu.
man ba maa dugga di àgga rek.
When I was there, when I was just entering,
fekk ñoom ñi jàppoon noonu la ñoom waa Bissau yooyu.
those that they arrested before the Guinea-Bissawian,
ñu ngi leen dóor a dóor ba ñu ngi leen jóor comme saaku gerte ñu ngi kona nii ci side.
they were beaten mercilessly and they were packed like groundnut, bags of groundnut.
ku ci ne ñu ngi la handcuff ci sa loxo bi fii.
And every one of them was handcuffed on
boole ko ci sa tànk bi le.
with the leg,
jël bi
with the other hand,
boole ko fii.
with the other leg.
ma agsi.
And when I arrived,
bi ma ñëwee ñi ma fa fekk ñu toog ñoom ñëpp ñu toog ni nit ñi di toogee nii.
those that I found,
waaw ñu ne ma yow yaay kan ma ne man maa diw.
they asked me, who are you? I told them,
ñu ne ma gis nga ñii.
they told me, you see these people?
ma ne waaw.
I said, yes.
ñu ne ma fii dëgg fee day dox de.
Here is only the truth. That's,
soo bañee mel ni ñii.
if you don't want to be like this,
wax ñuy lu leer.
then tell us the truth.
ma ne bismillah.
And I welcome the idea.
Who told you that?
kan moo la ci wax loolu.
ki ma wax loolu.
The one who told me that one?
Alaaji Mor.
Alaji Mor
Diop.
Job.
fekk ñoom ñu ngi taw.
What was he referring to?
li mu wax noonu lu mu tekki ci loolu.
waaw maanaam dóor yi ñu dóor ñi ak coono bi ma leen fekkee.
This means that the torture that was meted on those people and how I found them.
su ma bëggee mucc ci loolu.
If I want to escape from those things,
nañ ma laaj rek ma ne waaw.
let them just ask me and I say yes.
man noonu laa ko gisee.
That's how I saw things.
When you arrived, did the beating of those people stop completely or did it continue afterwards?
ba nga àggee
In your presence?
dóor yi ñu doon dóor ñooñu ndax dañ ko taxawal wala dañ continuer di leen dóor ci sa kanam.
waaw bi ma àgga rek fekk yuuxu yu mujj yi laa tombee daal ak dóor yu mujj yi maa ngi ko dégga.
When I was just arriving, that was the last beatings and the last wailing of them I was hearing.
Who was doing the beating?
kan moo doon dóor.
dóor yi am naa ne Alaaji Mor.
I know Alaji Mor
ak Alaaji Mor.
Alaji Mor.
ni ma ko gisee fa mu taxawee dam taxawee moom xam naa ne mu ngi doon dóor.
The way I found him, the way he was standing, I knew that he was beaten. And others who were standing.
Who are those?
Those people, I didn't know their name. And only those who were sitting with them.
Who are those sitting with them?
It's those that I mentioned just here, Jim Drame. Sukuta.
Lamin
Mane.
Dembo
Mbai.
Mr. Witness, you told us earlier that those who came to arrest you included Lamin Mane and Dembo Mbai.
Lamin Mane ak Dembo Mbai bokk nañ ci.
Yes, those that arrested me. He's the one even who showed them at my house because he's a native of Birkama.
So when you arrived at NIA headquarters, Lamin Mane could not have been among those sitting at the table. Lamin Mane, yes, he could not have been among those seated at the table.
Bon banga age NIA, bon Lamin Mane, du don muna bokk ci ñi nga xamne ñoo tok fofu ci table bi.
No, Lamin ñoo anda mok groupe bi Sow bi.
No, Lamin we were together with Sow's group. We
lima bëggoon wax fo lima min moy ñi fekkee yëfi ci kaw la bëggoon wax ñi tok.
What I wanted to say is that
Lamin mok Sow ñoo anda ci suma kër te ñoo anda dem ñoo égandoor tam.
What I wanted to say there is what those who were with the same, what happened, who witnessed what happened. But Lamin and the others, we were together, we came together.
Can you tell us which NIA officers were present when these Bissau Guineans were being beaten?
Ndax di ñu na wax ñan liggéeykat yi NIA ñoo teewoon jamono ji nga xam ne ñu doon dóor waa Guinée Bissau yooyu.
Waaw.
Yes.
Please tell us.
Wax ñu.
ñi ma fekk ñi ci kaw foofu bi ñooy dóor mooy Jim Drame.
Those that I found up there, when the time they were beating them, it was Jim Drame.
Alaji Mor. Ak
and I'm forgetting.
Why Jim Drame mu nga fa toog.
But Jim Drame was there sitting.
Sukuta Milenga fa toog ñi ma du fàtte at all.
That whom I will never forget.
Biñ éegee ñoon lañ fekk ñu to waaye bëri na ëpp nañ ko nag. Waaye ñi ci des nag wax dëgg fàtte naa seen tur.
There were many, but others I forgot their names.
Earlier on you mentioned Alaji Mor, correct?
Ci gannaaw tuddoon nga fi Alaji Mor du noonu.
Jim Drame. Sukuta Jame.
Wow, correct. Sukuta Sambo
Jame.
Yes. And then you mentioned, okay. But let me ask you, Lamin Dabo, was he present when these people were still being beaten as you arrived?
Xaaral ma laaj la ndax Lamin Dabo mu ngi teewoon fekk ñu doon dóor ba léegi ñooñu jamono jooju bi nga dugg si.
Waaw nga biñ duggee sax ak ñoom.
You know, when we just entered with them,
Lamin moom bam duggee rek moom dafa attaquaat ñi sax.
Lamin, when he just entered, he attacked these people again.
And what do you mean by that? He attacked these people?
Wow,
those who were lying, crying, and with coughs.
He
was just handling another thing like threatening to beat them again if they don't stop the wailing and the crying.
Did you see him hit anybody?
Ndax yow sa boppa gis nga mu dóor kenn?
No.
In your statement,
yow sa kàddu yi nga xam ne moom lañ binda nii.
You said those whom I saw doing the actual beating were?
Wax nga ne yow ñi nga gis ñuy dóor ñooy ñii.
Lamin Dabo, Alaji Mor. Others were surrounding the victims as the beating was going on. That's what you said in your
ane
statement.
Lamin Dabo Alaaji Mor ñoom nga gis ñuy dóor waaye ñeneen ñi ñoom dañ leen waroon rek jamono ji ñooñu di dóor.
Is that true or that's not true?
mooy seen kilifa yi la Lamin Dabo ak Alaaji Mor ñoo doon dóor foofu
Lamin Dabo
suñ taayam ñun foofu
Mor they were the one.
Lamin Dabo Alaaji Mor.
Lamin Dabo and Alaaji Mor.
Wow.
Yes.
Did you see Lamin Dabo beat anybody?
Lamin Dabo gis nga mu dóor kenn.
No, gisuma mo xaci dóor de waaye téye na fiil.
No, I didn't see him beating, but he was handling a wire.
Jim guy.
And he was threatening.
Di leen won ne li ngeen a def ni noppi leen ngeen stop ko mbaa ma dolli leen.
And he was terrifying them that they should stop the crying or he continue beating.
Waaw balaa ñuy ñëw ci suma affaire man.
Before they come to my problems.
Def na loolu.
He did that.
Waaw waaye Alaaji Mor.
But for Alaaji Mor.
Moog Lamin Dabo.
And Lamin Dabo.
Man xam naa after ne ñoom ñooy dóorkat yi foofu.
Later I came to realize that they were the one who beat people.
But how do you know that?
Naka nga xamee loolu?
Waaw mooy ba suma toon jotee man.
Yes, that's the time when my turn was.
Okay, so you arrived and, okay, let's clarify this. So when you said in your statement that those whom I saw doing the actual beating were Lamin Dabo and Alaaji Mor, you did not in fact see Lamin Dabo beat anybody, but you saw him only threatening to beat.
Waa léegi yow ci sa kàddu yi ñu bindal nii danga ko wax ne ñi nga gis ñu doon dóor Lamin Dabo ak Alaaji Mor waaye fi mu nekk wane nga ne Lamin Dabo daf doon xuppe rek waaye gisuloo mu xàcc dóor.
Waaw gisuma mu xàcc dóor waaye fe gis naa mu xuppe.
Yes, I didn't see him beating, but he was threatening to beat.
Bi loolu passé tam ba nga xam ne dóor nañ ba paak ñu léegi ci seel yi.
After that, when
before we get to that, we want to know who are the actual torturers at the NIA and who did what. That's what we want to know. But when you arrived, you said beatings were still going on. Is that the case?
Wax nga ne yow ba nga àggee yaa ngi gis ñu ngi continuer di dóor ba léegi noonu la demee.
Waa ñi waa Bissau yi.
Yes, to those Bissawian.
Okay. Who was actually doing the beating?
ñan ñoo doon def dóor.
Kan moo doon dóor waxtu boobu kan ñoo doon dóor.
Waaw mooy li ma wax rek bi maa yéeg.
That was the time when we were going up.
Booba bàyyeeguñ dóor yi parce que maa ngi dégg caw yi.
They were still beating and people were wailing.
Waaye bi ñu àggee maag ñi ma escort ba ci kaw.
But when we went there, me and those who escorted me,
bi ñooy àggare dañ bàyyi dóor yi.
when we just arrived, they stopped the beating.
Waaye ñi ma taxaw li tax ma mun a xam sax ne kii mooy dóor wala ma foog ko booba ñi taxaw tiim gaa yi.
The way I knew that these were the one beating, or I knew that they were one beating, is
Alaaji Mor moom bosam leer na ma mu ngi taxaw téye fiilam bi.
Alaaji Mor, one is so clear to me because he was handling the whips.
Ak ñeneen.
And others.
Waaye Lamin Dabo.
But for Lamin Dabo,
bi nga xamee ne ni dem nañ ba pare ci dóor yi.
When we knew that, when they were done with the beatings,
li tax ma xam ne ci dóor yi la ci dóorkat yi la.
How I knew that he is part of those who used to beat.
Dafa am kuñ ci dóor ba ngeen baal ma mu laal kanamam gi.
There was somebody whom we beat until he touched his private part.
Bu métti sa.
Very painful one.
Kooku doon nettali ne kii mooma du fiilam bi mooma xar ni mooma.
Was the one who was narrating that is this person who hit me here.
Muy Lamin Dabo.
And that was Lamin Dabo.
We have to get clarity here.
dañ bëgg a leeral mbir yi fii.
You said this was explained to you.
nga ne lii dañ la ko waxal dañ la ko xamal.
When were you told that?
kañ lañ la ko wax.
Buñ paree dóor yi ci guddi googu dañu paak ci sel.
That was the time when we are done with the beating. We were packed in the cells.
Who were those Bissau Guineans who were beaten?
ñan ñooy waa Guinée Bissau yooyu ñu doon dóor.
ñooñu foofu laa leen gisee fa laa leen xamee waaye xamoon naa seen tur nag.
Those people, I met them there. That's where I knew them. I knew their names, but it's a long time now.
Please tell us.
Kenn ki mu ngi tudd Fernando Ko.
One of them is called Fernando.
Fernando Co.
Fernando
Co.
Nansumana Fati.
Nansumana Fati.
Ki Drame naka. Kenna kitam Drame la santa de.
The other one's surname is Drame.
When you arrived, did you find a Gambian amongst the lot?
Banga ege, ndax gis nga fa ko xamne wa Gambia la.
Kenna rek la fa gis.
There's only one who was a Gambian.
Who was that?
Moy Tijan.
That was Tijan.
Tijan who?
Tijan Dur.
Jan Dur.
Only Gambian fu.
Tijan
Were
was the
all
only
of
Gambian.
them beaten?
Ñom ñep ñu ngi leen doon door.
Bu baax ba.
Mercilessly.
So when you arrived and the beating stopped, you said you saw Alaji Moore with a whip. And then later Alaji Moore told you, according to what you said, that you see what happened to these people. If you don't want to be like them, you have to talk. That is what you told the commission, correct?
Nga ne ba nga àggee gis nga Alaaji Moor mu ngi téye yar mu dal di la gestu yow ci sa bopp ne la gis nga boo bañee mel ni ñi mel nii bon foog nga wax loolu la.
Waaw.
What happened after that?
Lu xew gannaaw boobu.
Waaw, man tam ñu ne ma jógal.
I was also told to get up.
Ma jóg taxaw.
I stand up.
Ñu ne ma sumil sa mbuba mi.
I was asked to undress my shirt.
Yes, to take off my shirt.
Ma sumi mbuba mi.
I took off my shirt.
Ma taxaw ñu ne ma génneel tubéy ji.
I stood up. They asked me also to take off my trouser.
Ma sumi tubéy ji.
Who did so?
Who told you that?
Ku la wax loolu.
Ma Jim Drame o Alaaji Moor kenn ci ñoom la.
Either Jim Drame or Alaaji Moor is one of them.
Ñoo ma doon wax ma futteeku.
They were the one who asked me to undress.
At this time, where was Sow?
Jamono jooju ana Sow.
Sow a ngi toog.
Sow was sitting.
Ngi toog.
He was sitting.
It means, therefore, at this time, you had Alaji Moore present, Lamin Dabo present, Jim Drame present, Usman Sow present, Sukuta Jame present, Lamin Mane, and Dembo Mbai.
Very good.
Bon mu ngi mel ni ñim lim nii ñépp jamono ji yëpp ñu nga fa woon.
Ñëpp a ngi toog ci état bi nii.
Yes, they were all sitting there.
Did any one of them object to you being asked to strip yourself?
Ndax ñoom am na ci kenn koo xam ne àndut ci liñ la wax ne nga summeeku.
Xanaa di ma yàkkamtiloo gaawal undress yaa summeekul gaawal.
They were making me to be very hushed, and they were asking me to do it quickly, to undress.
Noonu laa summeekoo.
That's how I undressed.
Tell this commission, without sugarcoating it, tell us how you appeared, how you looked, standing there before them. Did you have anything on you?
Wax ñu ci kanam commission bi te bu ci am dara loo ci rafetal nag ndax di nga taxaw da nga taxawee da nga summeeku ba set wecc ñi la sa ndey juree.
Yes.
Morso maa ngi amoon benn lifin bu ma takka fii sax comme diggalu métti suñ benn waay si la moo ko dee defar biir kaama.
I was wearing tying one small cloth.
Boobu sax dañ ko dog.
That one was even cut off.
Pour ma mun a leer ne dama war a mel ni ma suma yaay juree sagar
that I'll be completely naked.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Yes.
So in a sense, you were forced to strip yourself completely naked. You were forced into nudity before this group.
Bon mu ngi mel ni yow dañ la forcé pour nga futteeku ba set wecc ni la sa ndey juree ci kanami mbooloo moomu.
Noonu lañ ma def de.
That's how
I was set wecc
completely naked.
Te ñi ma futti ñoo ñëpp maa leen mag.
And those who make me to be completely naked and far older than them.
Demal ci digga bi fële.
They asked me to go to the center.
Ñoo xam nga dañ laa wër nii ñu bàyyi ci digga bi.
They usually surround you and you are in the center.
Ma dem ba ci digga bi ñu ne ma jonkonal.
I went up to the center. They asked me to squat.
Did anybody object at any point in time?
Amna ci ben jamono jo xamne amna ku ci dugal gemeñam dal ne andul ci lu doon dox.
They did.
No.
As far as you know, would you say that Alhaji Moore participated in forcing you into nudity?
Ci yow niñ ko xamé ndax mun nga wax ne Alhaji Moore tam bokk na ci ñi la doon forcer pour nga summé ko be set.
Wow.
Yes.
How about Lamin Dabo?
Naka Lamin Dabo?
Wow.
Yes.
How about Jim Drame?
Jim Drame nak?
Jim a ngi taxaw nii ci toog ci toogom bi nii di leen xool nii di ma summi.
Jim was sitting on his chair watching me being naked.
Usman Sow?
Usman Sow itam a ngi toog ci toogom nii di ma xool.
Usman Sow was also sitting watching me being stripped off.
Fukuta Jammeh?
Mu ngi toog.
He was sitting.
Lamin Bay and Dembo Bay?
Yëpp a ngi toog.
They were all seated.
So your testimony is that all these people were complicit in forcing you into nudity.
Bon yow li nga wax ni moy ne ñi nga lim ni ñepp bon bokk nañ ci ñi nga xamne ñoo la doon forcer pour nga futé ko be set.
Waaw ñoom la woon.
Yes, they were the one.
What happened after that?
Gannaaw loolu xew.
Waaw biñ ma futee ba pare.
Yes, when I was undressed nakedly.
Ba léegi dama dem jonkoon pour ñu ñëw handcuff ma.
And I went to the center and squat down for them to handcuffed.
Because duñ la dóor te handcuffuñ la.
Because you were never beaten and you were not handcuffed.
Même ñiñ dóor ba pare seen handcuff yaa ngi ci seen loxo yi.
Even those who were already beaten, they were all still with cuff.
Waaye bi ma demee ba jonkoon nag futteeku set wecc.
But when I squatted nakedly,
foofu yàlla ñëw ak ndimbalam.
it's only God that came there with his help.
Li ma rëccal du ñoom du man yàlla la.
What escaped me is not them, it's not myself, it's only God.
Because ki ma wax ne dañ ko laal ci kanamam gi.
Because the one whom I said that he was touched at his private part,
Kooku kanamam gi niñ ko laalee boo ko gisee foog naa ne dafa bëggoon a dog I don't know.
it was nearly cut off completely.
Kooku yuuxoom yeeg manièram bi biñ ko gisee ñoom.
That man, the way he was this mannered and the way he was crying when they saw him,
boobu daf leen tiital tuuti.
it was so terrifying to them.
ñoom ñëpp ñu jublu ci kooku di seet la na ko dal ak la na ko war a dal.
They were all focused on what happened to that man.
biñ nekkee di seet kooku.
When they were focused on that man,
maa ngi jonkoon fi ma jonkoon de.
I was still squatting.
noonu laa jógee.
That's how I got up.
ñëwaat ci suma yére yi.
I came back to my dresses
di sol benn benn.
and I put them on one by one.
ñoom gisuñ xoolatuñ ma sax.
They were not even focusing on me.
fàtte nañ ma wala seen xel dem na ci kii parce que booba situation am tiital na ñëpp.
Maybe they have forgotten me or their mind is all on that man because it was so terrifying.
ma ne ma wàkkilu rek jóg sol suma yére yi.
I just got up and put on my dress.
bi ma ko solee.
When I was done,
am toogu bu ne nii suma boor.
there was a seat near me.
ma toog.
I seated
di leen xool.
and I was watching them.
ñu nekk ci toppatoo ñooñu ba fàtte ma.
They were focused on those people and until they forget about me.
What do you mean by what you just said? Ñu nekk ci kooku di ko toppatoo ba fàtte ma. What kind of toppatoo are we talking about here? What kind of assistance were they giving to these people to the extent that they forgot about you?
Lum tekki soo waxee ne dañ jublu woon ci kooku ba yow sax ñu fàtte sa mbir lan façon ni ndimbal wala lan façon ni toppatoo lan doon toppatoo kooku.
toppatoo bi du jox ko garab du jox ko dara waaye xam nga booba ñu ngi ko handcuff.
It's not about giving him medication or not, but because he was on cuff.
Serious handcuff la because bii la ñoo booleeg sa tànk bi.
Serious handcuff because they put the hand and the leg together.
ñu jël bii tam boole ko bii.
They put the other leg and the hands together.
waaw su ko defee nag moom comme dóor nañ ko mu tolloog kanamam noonu ba am lu accident bu métti boobu.
Until he was beaten until it touches his private part to that level.
ñu dem di dindi handcuff yi.
So they went there to lose the handcuffs.
ñii di seet gaañu gaañoom.
Those concentrated on how he was wounded on his private part.
mu jegi seen xel yëpp dem ci kooku.
Then their mind was all focused on that person.
yàlla sutura ma man.
And I was helped by God.
ma wàkkilu rek jóg sol suma yére yi toog.
I just got up and dressed up and sit. That's how I escaped from their beatings.
What happened afterwards?
Gannaaw
After they finished with this group who were beaten, after they finished assisting them or checking them, what happened? What did they do?
bañ paré nak ci sét molo momu nonu buñ leen sété ba paré jublu ci ñom lan lañ defaat.
Wa boba biñ ko sété ba paré.
When they were done with them,
lañ génné handcuff yi ci ñëpp.
that's the time they took off all the handcuffs from all of them.
So ñu né nañ leen yobbu ci cell bi.
So they said that let them take them to the cells.
Biñ leen yobbu ci cell bi.
When they were taking them to the cells,
bañ joggé,
when they got up,
manit ma jog,
and I also got up,
ñu boole ñu ñun ñëpp yobbu.
they were all together, they put us together.
Did anybody say anything to you at that point in time?
Am na kenn ku la ci wax dara jamono bobu.
Déedéet. No. Kay moom yàlla ma muur sànga rek.
It's only the help of God.
Dañ jóg rek ma toppa ci nii.
They just got up and I followed them.
Waxuñ ma dellu dañ la war a dóor.
They didn't tell me go back, we have to beat you.
Te kenn dóoruma.
And nobody beat me.
Waaye yàlla moo ma muccal du ñoom de.
But it's only God who protected me, but not him.
Waaw.
Yes.
Ñu buum ñu yóbbu ñu ci seel bi.
And we were all taken to the cells.
Ñun ñëpp ci seel bi la ñu yóbbu ñu.
All of us
But
to the
before
cells.
all this, were you asked any questions about these people?
Bala lolu yépp ndax am na dara luñ la laaj ci mbiri ñooñu.
Waaw biñ njëkkee àgga rek ñoom dañ ne ñii ndax xam ngeen kii.
Yes, when we just arrived, they asked them whether they knew me.
ñooñu ne leen ñun xamuñ kii de.
And they told them that we don't know this man.
Mus ngeen koo gis.
Have you ever seen him?
ñu ne déedéet.
They said no.
ñu laaj ma di ndax xam nga ñii ma ne leen déedéet.
I was also asked whether I knew those people.
Mus nga gis ñii.
Have I ever seen them before?
Ma ne tey léegi.
I told them now. It's only
Musuma leen a gis.
I have never seen them before.
Waaw.
At what stage was this? Was it before Alhaji Moore told you that here you have seen what has happened to these people, you have to talk, or was it afterwards?
Ban jamono lañ la doon laajte yooyu gannaaw bu la Alhaji Moor waxee ne gis nga ñii niñ mel soo bañee mel ni foog nga wax wala balaam la koo wax.
Waaw mooy bi ma waxee loolu ba pare ne ma gis nga ñii.
That was the time he told me that, have you seen these people?
Ma ne ko waaw mu ne ma.
I said yes.
Waaw boo bañee mel ni ne waxal dëgg.
If you don't want to be like this, just tell the truth.
La ne ñooñu xam ngeen kii.
That's the time he asked them whether they know this man.
ñu ne déedéet.
They said no.
Mus ngeen koo gis.
Have you ever seen him?
ñu ne déedéet.
They said no.
Mu toon ne ma xam nga ñii.
He turned to me and asked me whether I knew these people.
Musuma leen a xam.
I said that I never knew them before.
Mus nga leen a gis.
Have you ever seen them before?
Ma ne fii laa leen gisee léegi fi ma
Only here that I have seen them here.
Waaw loolu leeroon na leen nañ.
And that was so clear to them.
Ne xaw ma ñii musuma leen a gis.
I have never seen these people. I have never known them before.
Noonu la demee parce que alxuraan laa téye waat fii.
That's how it was because I already swear with
Musuma
you.
leen a teg bët.
I have never seen them.
Musuma leen a xam.
I have never known them before.
At this stage, have you, apart from that particular question, were you asked about anything relating to this particular issue?
Jamono boobu nag gannaaw laajte boobu ñu la laaj ndax laajaat nañ la leneen lu aju ci xew-xew boobu.
Ndax balaa waxtu boobu laajoon nañ la leneen lu aju ci yëfi wagaa yooyu ak yëfi drogue boobu.
Waaw laajoon nañ ma.
Yes, I was asked.
Lu tax drug squad yi yëg lii.
Why did the drug squad be informed about this?
Ma ne la ñu ne ma yow yaa leen inform ne lii mu ngi xew.
You were the one who informed them that this thing is happening?
Ma ne waaw.
I said yes.
ñu ne ma lu tax.
They asked why.
Ma ne dama foog ne war naa def loolu rek su ma déggee lu mel nii.
Yes, I said yes. I think that I should have done that when I heard about this.
Wala ma gis ko.
Or I saw it.
Man awma doole dem fa de.
I didn't have the power to go there.
Waaye foog naa am naa doole boole leen.
But I think I have the right to report.
At what stage did you say this to them?
Ban jamono nga leen wax lii kàddu yi.
Mooy biñ ma laaj biñ demee ci NIA balaañ maa summi kay.
That was the time before I was stripped off at the NIA.
Pour li tax ñu di ma summi war maa def loolu.
The reason why they should strip me off
liñ ma won fofu moy bolé len ak drug squad yi suma interest la.
What they told me that is informing this incident to the drug squad, it was my interest.
Interest.
I told them that I have no interest. It's just to make sure that they are out of that place.
Wow. So it means, therefore, that before you were asked to strip, you were interrogated for some time.
Bon ngi melni bala la laaj pour nga summeeku ni la sa ndey juré am na ay laajte yoo xam ne njëkkoon nañ la ko laaj bala loolu
waaw laaj bi guddut mooy loolu rek lan moo tax nga report lii ci NIA lifin the drug squad
the interrogation was not that much lengthy. It's only why I reported the matter to the NIA, to the drug squad rather.
Who participated in that interrogation? Who asked questions?
ñan ñoo la doon laaj jamono boobu
Boba Jim Drame.
Then Jim Drame.
And
Sow himself.
Alaji Moore.
Alaji Moore.
And there
were some female officers who were there.
Were those female officers present when you were stripped naked?
ñoom jigéen ñooñu nga xam ne ñu ngi fa woon ndax ñu ngi teewoon biñ laa summi
déedéet ñoom teewoon ci summeekaay bi
no, they were not present when I was stripped off.
waaye ñu ngi ci order lifin office bi nii
but they were in the other offices.
waaye ci lifin bi nekk di dóoree ka summi nit ñi jigéen nekku fa.
The place where they strip people and do the beatings, there was no female officers.
Your interrogation, was it in a different room or in the same place?
biñ laa laaj noonu daf ci beneen néeg lañ la yóbbu wala ci benn place bi
am na fa place boo xam ne nii foofu foog naa benn table lañ fa am nii rek ci
a place there where I think it's only one table that they have there.
def toogu yi ñu rang ko nii
and it was surrounded with chairs.
foofu lañ toog.
That's where we seated.
ne ma lu tax nga boole li ci naka ci drug squad yi lu tax nga joxe information bi.
and asked me why I relayed the information to the drug squad.
fa jigéen nekku fa ñoom rek a fa nekk.
That place there were no female officer.
ñu ne ma dang ci am interest.
And I was told that I had an interest in it.
ma ne aw ma ci benn interest dama leen boole rek pour du dee drogue la dëgg ñu génnee leen fi.
And I told them that I have no interest. If at all it is drug, let them be taken out of there. As far as I didn't have the power to do that,
after that, were you taken elsewhere?
Yes, for correctioning.
No.
No. That place when we were out of there. They just loose and took off the handcuffs from those who were there. And we are all taken to the cells.
Which cell was that?
One cell that you want?
There were two cells. If you just entered.
From the reception,
from the reception going in.
Left.
On your left. That place, I think that is Bambadinka.
Right,
on your right near the big building.
Cell.
There's a cell there.
Cell
just a medium cell. Whereas you only have cartons there.
Only carton, I dog it carton.
Some pieces of carton that were there.
First night.
That's where we were taking our first night.
For 28 days.
That's where we were kept for 28 days.
Which one? The one at Bambadinka or the other one?
The other one.
The other one. The other one. When you are entering.
Sunday.
On your right hand side.
And how many of you were put there?
1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6.
We were 6 in number.
Call out the names.
Man.
Myself.
Lanka. Lamin
Sima.
Fernando Ko.
Ansumana
Fati.
And
the Dabo Villa de Fate to Trombai.
I forgot this Dabo.
Karamo Dabo.
Karamo Dabo.
Wow.
Yes.
And how about Lamindur?
Naka Lamindur.
Tijandur.
Tijandur.
Wow.
Tijandur. Correct.
We
were the one who were in that small cell.
On the first night, was Lanka present?
Chagudi gunjekaga, Lanka mung for.
No.
Lanka means Lamin Kabu. So the first night it was you, BABUCARR CHAM, Lamin Sima, Fernando Ko, Nansumana Fati, Karamo Drame, and Tijandur.
Wow.
Yes.
Bon gudu gunjekaga ni mulim ni dal nyofa nekona yo.
Exactly.
You said whilst you were in the cell, you had a conversation with one of the detainees, and he told you something about his injuries.
Gane jamono nga nekk ci cell bi nak amna ci kenn ko fa nekkandoroon wax nga mom te mu wax la mbiri ay gañu gañu.
Wow.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
That was Nantumana Fati. In that cell on that night we didn't sleep. He was crying all night.
Did he say why he was crying?
Yes, because he was beaten on his private part.
Did he say who did that?
Yes, he said Lamin Darbo. I was not there, but he told me that in the cell.
Wow.
Yes.
And what exactly did he say to you?
Yes, that's what he told me, that the way he was cuffed and was beaten, the way he was trying to protect himself. The time he was about to beat and he was turning, and it hit his private part.
Definitely.
And I saw how it is on his private part. And I know that he was beaten mercilessly there, because his private part was completely teared.
Did the NIA officers did they see the injury?
Wa NIA ñom gisoon nañ gañu gañu bobu.
Wa gis nañ ko parce que motax ñu yàgg fa am for 28 days.
Yes, they saw it. That's why we were so long there for 28 days.
Biñ gisee yoyu,
when they saw those things,
nangu ñoo hand over.
They didn't want us to be handed over.
Dañ leen dé jël suba teel.
We were picked in the morning.
Gaare moto dem ci seen own doctor ci corner bi fofu.
They pick them on their vehicles and take them to their own doctor there at the corner.
You dress them.
And they were dressed.
Laal leen garab.
And applied little medication.
And
they are returned back and found me there.
That's every day.
That's every day.
While you were there, were you charged with an offense?
Jamono bi fa nekké nonu tuumal nañ la dara ne lolu nga def.
Wa man amna luñ ma tuumal dañu ne.
Yes, I was charged for something.
I was accused.
Accused of something.
Wa biñ ma charge ñu ne conspiracy lañ ma charge.
I was charged with conspiracy.
At what stage were you charged with conspiracy?
Man jamono lañ la tuumal lolu.
Moy biñ nekké ci NIA bi ci bala ñu ñoo génné fofu.
That was the time we were at the NIA before we were moved from there.
Sukuta Sambu mo don sen OC bi dan lifin naka lifin nit ñi naka jël cases yi dal.
Sukuta Sambu was their OC then, who were taking the cases.
Sukuta Sambu or Sukuta Jame?
Jame or Sambu, sorry, Jame.
Sukuta Jame.
Right. So, but you were ultimately charged with an offense. During your time at the NIA, were you allowed to see a lawyer?
Jamono bi nga nekk NIA ndax nanguloon nañ la nga gis lawyer bu la teewal.
No.
No.
Okay, let me ask you this question. If Lamin Dabo says to you that he's never seen somebody being tortured at the NIA and that he has never participated in torture, what would you say to that?
léegi xaaral ma laaj la bu Lamin Dabo waxee ne moom day musuta gis koo xam ne toroxal nañ la foofu ca NIA te moom musuta bokk sax ci ñi nga xam ne ñoo di toroxal wala di métital ay nit foofu loolu loo cee wax.
waxuma Lamin sax em ci waaye ñi ma tudda fii nii seen tur ba pare nii.
I didn't say only Lamin, but all those I mentioned their names here.
Goma kenn ci ñoom dina ñeme ma taxaw mu ne musuta fekkee fu ñooy dóoree.
I didn't believe that any of them will stand with me and say that he has never witnessed somebody being beaten at the NIA.
Kenn du ko ci ñeme.
None of them did that.
How about Sow?
Naka Sow?
Usman Sow?
Sow ci boppam.
Sow
ko dalee ci Sow ba ci suuf.
From Sow up, down.
Gisuma fu mu dóoree de.
I've never seen him beaten.
Musul maa dóor.
And he has never beaten me.
waaye toog nii.
But
moom mu toog.
And he sits.
di seetaan xew-xew yile.
And was watching what was going on.
du ko weddi de.
He will never deny it.
No.
No.
What if he denies it? What would you say to that?
Bu fekkee ne weddi na ko nag looy wax ci loolu.
lu da waxut dëgg dafa fen.
I will tell him that you are lying.
waaw.
How about Jim Drame?
Jim Drame nag.
If he says that?
Jim tam the same.
Jim the same.
What do you mean by the same?
moom itam ñemewut a weddi ne.
He also, they are not to
seen office boobu la fa ñooy dóoree ñoom ñoo dee toog.
deny that in their office, when they were beaten, they were sitting.
Jim dóorut ma.
Jim has never beaten me.
fekk gisuma muy dóore.
I've never seen him beating somebody else.
sa ca toogam toog ni ñuy dóore.
But seated and watch somebody being beaten.
loolu gis naa ko.
That one I have seen it.
waaw loolu moom moo xew ci kanamam.
That one he witnessed it.
waaw mooy Sow muy Jim Dramé muy Lamin ñoom ñëpp.
Either saw Jim Drame or any of them.
You have mentioned several Lamins.
Lamin yu bari nga fi tudda.
Lamin Mane amongst them and Lamin Dabo.
Lamin Mane ak Lamin Dabo bokk nañ ci ñoom.
ñoom ñëpp.
All of them.
dañooy teewee parce que keroog ñoom ñëpp a nekk ci kaw.
They witnessed. On that day they were all up there.
ngi janoog yëpp gis toroxaange geeg coono bi nit ñi nekkee.
They were all watching the torture.
ñu tëdd di xalangu deret jàngi ñu ngi gaañu fu nekk ndeg fii lii le.
Those that were beaten with whips.
loolu yëpp ñu ngi leen ceene ñu ngi tëdd.
They were wounded and with cough.
gaañu mu nga sumaana boobu laal kanamam gi.
And Sumana, the way he was wounded on his private part.
booboo leen tiital sax bañ génne teel a génne handcuff yi.
That's what terrified them until they removed the handcuff.
dal di ñaan paak noonu ñun ñëpp ñu bokk ci ñu dem ci seen bi.
We were all escorted to the cells.
Can you clarify something for the commission?
Di nga mën a leeral dara fii ci kanam commission bi.
Nansumana said to you in the cell that injury was inflicted to him or on him by Lamin
Dabo.
Mun nga leeral ne Nansumana wax na la ne gaañu boobu ñu ko gaañ ci awraam bi ci kanamam gi Lamin Dabo moo ko teg.
Wow.
But
Yes.
you were not present when Lamin Dabo inflicted that injury on him.
waaye na wax nga ne day teewuloo woon ba ko Lamin Dabo di def.
noo fekkeewuma ko.
No, I was not there.
waaye moom ci gaañu moo ko wax.
But he himself told me.
Wouldn't that suggest to you, therefore, that they were also tortured even before you arrived there with Lamin Dabo and others?
ndax loolu du mun a firndeel ne nag bon ñu ngi leen doon bugal foofu noonu sax balaa yow nga faa ex yow yaa Lamin Dabo ak ñeneen ñi.
exactly noonu la demee ñooñu dañ leen doon dóor.
That's how it
wala
was.
maa jël si man.
Those people were beaten before they came for me.
So eventually, after 28 days, you were charged with an offense. And then what happened afterwards? Let's do this part very quickly.
Gannaaw boo fa nekkee diiri ñaar fukki fan ak juróom ñett nag ci lañ la dal di charge nag lu gannaaw boobu lan moo xew.
waaw ci la ñu yóbbu Banjul police station.
That's where the time they took us to the Banjul police station.
pour hand over ñu foofu.
To hand over us to the police.
wanaa booba Yankuba moo doon IG.
Then I think Yankuba was the IGP.
Yankuba who?
ki nekk ministre nii léegi.
The one who is now a minister.
Yankuba Sonko?
Sonko.
bi loolu xewee moom laaj na leen sax foofu ne leen comme drogue case la ana drug bi.
He himself asked them there, as far as it's a drug case, where are the drugs?
Waaye booba ñoom yóbbuwuñ dara.
But that time they didn't go there with anything.
ñu fexe rek comme ñoo amee doole ba dom ñu foofu rek.
They just maneuvered until we were dumped there.
ñu yóbbu ñu ci cell bi Banjul police foofu.
We were taken to the cells at the Banjul police station.
ñu fanaan fa.
We spent the night there.
Endu fa ca ëllëg sa.
And we also continued the day there.
Fanaanaat beneen guddi.
We spent the night again.
ba ca gannaaw ëllëg sa.
Until the following day.
ñu yóbbu ñu courthouse.
We were taken to the courthouse.
Banjul Magistrate Court.
Banjul Magistrate Court.
Was this the first time you were taken to court by them?
boobu mooy njëlbeen yoon ñu di leen yóbbu ci court bi.
Throughout my life sax boobu first.
Even throughout my life, that was my first time entering into a courthouse.
So because ñu yóbbu foofu.
When we were taken there,
courtuñ sax daanaka magistrate bi remind ñu.
the court was not even hold the magistrate who reminded us.
Foofu la ñu piqué nag yóbbu ñu remind.
That's where they picked us and took us to the remand.
Léegi ñu remind ñu foofu for 2 weeks.
We were remanded there for 2 weeks.
ñu soog a start court bi at Birkama.
That's the time we started the court at Birkama.
Birkama nag court bi biñ ko fa defee benn yoon.
Birkama, when they started the court there,
wax li fa ñëw ci nit.
those who present there,
ak manière yi fa nit ñi def.
and the way they were, the manners.
Magistrate bi.
No. The number of people who came, who attended that trial, that proceedings, and the way they behaved.
And the way they behaved.
Very good. Mu tax magistrate bi ne.
That's the reason why the magistrate said,
nañ ko transfer Banjul High Court.
let it be transferred to the Banjul High Court.
Let the matter be transferred to the Banjul High Court.
Exactly. So you transfer ñu Banjul High Court.
That's how we were transferred to the Banjul High Court.
And then what happened after that?
When we went there,
ñu am bail.
we were granted bail.
Man maa njëkk a am bail sax.
I was the first to be granted bail.
Then man maag Lanka.
Then me and Lanka.
Then mu des Bissau yi.
And it was left with the Bissawian.
ñoom ñu nekk foofu.
They were there.
Ba lu mu war a mut 1 month da ñëw court ñëwati court 2 times.
Almost to 1 month for the second time in the court proceedings.
ñoom it ñu am bail.
They were also granted bail.
Waaw.
At what stage did Lanka join your group?
ban jamono ci la Lanka ñoo bokk ak yéen.
Lanka liñ fa fanaanee ca ëllëg sa rek.
Lanka, when we spent the night the following day at the NIA,
ca ëllëg sa lañ ko indi.
that was the following day he was brought there.
Can you tell us about the story of Lanka, how you saw him when he arrived, and some of the conversations you must have had?
mun nga ñoo wax mbiri Lanka naka nga ko gisee bam accès ak yan façon waxtaan moom ngeen doon seexa.
waaw Lanka bi mu ñëwee.
Lanka, when he came,
balaañ koo gis ñun.
before we saw him,
ki ñun ci cell bi.
we were in the cell.
moom lañ ko indi direct.
He was brought direct.
yóbbu ko office Jim Dramé.
And took him to the office, Jim Dramé's office.
lim nettali.
According to what he narrated to us.
parce que ñun ñu ngi ci cell bi ba mu demee dañ ko yóbbu foofu direct.
Because we were in the cell.
moo Jim ak nitam yi.
And Jim and his people.
so ñun li tax ñu understand ne Lanka sax mu ngi fa dëgg-dëgg.
How we understood that Lanka was there.
mooy yuuxoom yi.
His wailing, the way he was crying.
yuuxoo.
He screams.
He screamed.
waaw te man xam bu yuuxoo Lanka bu waxee ma xàmmee ko bu yuuxoo lu ne parce que.
I recognize his voice when he screamed.
ñoo
He
bokk
talked,
koñ.
because we were in the same street.
Since he was a kid.
Man guy yuuxu yi Lanka la te dinañ ko indi.
I told them that this screaming is Lanka, and I knew that they will bring him.
foofu lañ nekk yuuxu yi dégg yuuxu bi déggatuñ ko.
That's the time we had his screaming until we didn't hear it anymore.
ndeke boobu rëcc na ci seen loxo.
That's the time he escaped from them.
parce que ku ñooy dóor dañ laa futti ku mun a doon niñ ko futtee noonu.
Anybody who was been beaten there, he was naked.
noonu la Lanka dawee depuis foofu ba seen headquarter.
That's how Lanka ran from there up to their headquarters.
di ko ndeyam juree.
Naked.
Yagu dara Jim Tal moto.
Not long,
Jim Drame.
Pick a car.
Bole ci nitami.
And with his people.
Daxe Lanka.
And followed Lanka.
ñoom ñoo ko daxee be Banjul police station.
They were the one who chased him up to Banjul police station.
Fekk Lanka dugg na seen office foofu.
That's the time when Lanka entered to their office.
ñu jox ko seen sot yi ñu dee trainer.
They gave him one of their sorts that they were meant for training.
Bi mu commencé di expliquer Jim in aksi.
The time he was trying to narrate what happened to him, they arrived, Jim and his people arrived.
Jim ne leen kii lañ toppasi.
Jim told them that this is the one we are following.
Parewuñ ci keesam bi mu ñëw fii.
We are not yet done with his case and he came here.
Seen boss ñoom Lanka joxaat leen ko ñu delloosi ko.
His boss was handed him over to them
but of
again.
course, you were not present when all this thing happened. How did you know?
Lanka ko explain de.
That's how Lanka explained this thing.
ñun ñëppoon ci benn cell 28 days foog ñu waxtaan.
We were all in the same cell for 28 days. We must have conversation.
So Lanka told you about this at what stage? When did he tell you this?
Lanka yim la netalil ni ban jamono la ko netalil.
Bim jógee ci bi ko gaay indee noonu.
When he was brought back.
Ben waxtaan ñoom itam seen boss taal motom topp ñëwaat NIA toppasi leen moom itam.
The boss also followed him to the NIA.
Ben waxtaan ñoom yi neen ñoom boss yi foofu.
Until they have their own conversation, the bosses themselves.
Ci lañ indi Lanka dugal ko ci suñ biir ci
At the time Lanka was brought into our cell.
Was that the time Lanka told you about all this?
Jamono bobu la Lanka netalil li yépp.
Exactly ci la commencé di narrate fi mu jaar yépp.
Exactly, that was the time he started narrating all what he passed
and
through.
This was just soon after the events.
Te lolu moy
Immediately after the event.
Wow.
bi li xewé rek ci la ko netalil.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So you were ultimately granted bail. What happened to that case?
Gannaaw bi nag ci lañ la dal di bail seen mbir nag naka la mujjee.
Mujjut fan. daw naa ko Birkama Banjul almost 2 years.
Last nowhere, I was from Banjul, Birkama for 2 years.
Saa ma pare ma eb ñoom Lanka suma moto hasul suma fuel def ci.
Every time I hustle for my fuel, I pick Lankas in my vehicle.
ñun ñëpp ñu dem Banjul.
We all go to Banjul.
Suñ demee dañoo toog bu ñu ooyee rek ñu ne adjoin.
Every time we were called, we were mentioned, and it was later asked, we were asked that it was adjourned. We were told it was
almost jege na 2 years.
Almost to 2 years.
ñu xëy bés rek.
There was one fine day.
ñu dem.
We went there.
bañ àggee taxaw rek suma ji judge bi ne accuse and discharge.
The judge just announced accused and discharged.
nii la ñu accuse and discharge.
Acquitted and discharged.
This is how we were acquitted and discharged.
Wow. nii lañ fa génne.
That's how we were out of that place.
Tell us in very simple terms, what was it you did that became the cause of your prosecution by the case for conspiracy to traffic in drugs?
Wax ñu rek ci anam yu gàtt rek ci tënka yow naka nga mun a duggee ci mbir mi bañ wax ne yow da nga yëgoon li xew te bokkoon nga ci xam-xam bi nga xam ne moo doon dox ci mbiri drogue yooyu noonu.
lan nga def
bañ
tax ñu tuumal la ne da nga bokkoon ci wax bu dee boo xam ne moo doon pour jaay drogue.
waaw maanaam li ma boole.
lan nga def.
li ma def daal man ci xew-xew bi yépp.
All what I did in the incidents.
mooy maa boole.
I am the one who reported the incident.
The drug squad.
To the dog squad.
xaw ma leen guddi xaw ma leen bëccëg.
I don't know them. I was not there.
bi ma ko déggee maa boole.
But when I had it, I reported.
So for doing your civic duty, for doing what the country expects you to do, you were prosecuted by the state.
Pour nga def li nga xamne mom la doomi rew wara def li nga xamne mom la sa rew sentu ci yow pour nga def ko def lolu rek motax mo la dugal ci tohi dona bi nga xamne ci nga dugal non.
Wallahi.
Yes,
wallahi. Kese la alquran la téye waat ko.
So instead of you being hailed as a hero, instead of you being protected as a person who's done what his nation expected him to do, you are treated like a criminal.
Loolu utee nag yow ñu tàggala ekkati sa tur ci loolu li nga xam ne loolu nga def muy li sa wareef comme doomi réew bu baax ñu war la cee aar war la cee topp war la cee tagga bu baax gërëm la ci njàmbaar yaa googu nga def lu utee loolu ñu far la ci toroxal yow.
waaw noonu la demee.
Yes, that's how it happened.
toroxaange rek laa am ci liggéey boobu.
Only pain that I have.
ñàkkal lu bëri sax de.
And lost a lot.
Tell us the impact it had on you and your family.
wax ñu nag lii ban loraange la la indil yow ak say njaboot.
loraange bu njëkk bi mooy.
The impact is, first of it,
xëy na ni ma waxee nii biir Kaama yëpp ak maa gis.
the way I'm just talking, everybody in Birkama is watching.
bi ma juddoo ba tey.
Since I was born,
police musuma yóbbu.
I was never been arrested by police.
kenn du la ne mus naa koo gis mu ngi taxaw courthouse.
Nobody can tell you that they have ever seen me in the courthouse.
kenn du la ne maa ko musa àtteeg diw waxtu sàngam.
Nobody can attest that I have been separated with somebody quarreling.
musuta am suma life.
It has never happened in my life.
loolu la ma biir Kaama xamee.
That's how I was known in Birkama.
noonu la ma suma mbokk yi xamee.
That's how my relatives knew me of.
bi lii xewee.
When this happened,
suma jabar.
my wife,
suma jabar bu mag aaw bi.
the first wife,
parce que ñaar la am ku nekk ak këram.
because I have two wives, each and every one of in his own house.
mu ma fekk ci aaw bi.
That day I was at the house of the first wife. He was a bit older.
bi lii xewee.
When this thing happened,
moom loolu daf ci jëlee daal lu kenn xamut.
he was
maanaam feebar.
she was traumatized with this,
bu ma mun a ooyee ne amoon na ci presso daal.
which I know that she was later developed with pressure.
balaa maa génn man ci 28 days boobu.
Before I was out of those 28 days,
moom mook suma doom yi.
herself and my children,
sonn nañ trop.
they really suffered.
te lu ne dégg nañ ko.
They had many things,
mu doonoon naxar bu rëy.
and it was very painful
because ñoom dañ ma gis biir Kaama maag kilifa yi.
because they saw me Birkama with elders,
la ma yàlla booleet.
those that God put me with them.
yàlla may ma bu mag ñi jógee maag ñoom la.
God helped me with when the elders are up, I'm with them.
bu xale yi jógee maag ñoom la.
When the children were engaged, I was with them.
dem na ba fu dara xewee sax foo xam ne lu ñu war a dem lijjanti la wala defar ko.
It went up to a time that when there is something happened that we should go for an arrangement.
foog ñu ne oo leen diw ànd ak moom.
I must be called.
yàlla may na ko lu dara du yàqu ci kanamam.
God helped me that nothing can spoil in my presence.
ñu ñëw toog nag ñooñu ñëpp ay kilifa yi diggante jàkka yeeg jumaa yi nga xam ne maag ñoom nii la.
We were all with this mosque and I was always with them.
ñu ñëw dégg ne dañ ma jëlee suma kër maa ngi jaay drogue.
And they heard that I was picked from my house, that I was selling drugs.
man sax yóbbu beeg sumi bi dara fiilatuma ko ndax li nit ñi war a dégg ci biti.
Because me, the arrest and being stripped of, that was not something that I still feel, but what they have at the back.
I wasn't too particularly bothered about being arrested and stripped naked, but the impact of the allegations against me that I was dealing in drugs was even more serious.
Oh, yes.
That's what you said.
Exactly. Nii laa ko waxee su ko defee nag loolu li tax mu serious ci man.
Why it was serious in me?
nit ñi dañ ma jox yaakaar bu rëy foofu.
People put me to a very high place.
dem na ci groupe yi jigéen ñi ñuy wax kafoo nii.
I was respected well, even with the women's kafos.
ñi ma téye papa ci ñooñu.
Those who take me as their honorary father.
West Coast rek war naa mut juróom benn.
Only for West Coast is up to 6.
kafoo yu am fulla ak fayda lañ.
And they were a good group of women, very respected.
Berewuleen bi ma juddoo.
Berewuleen where I was born.
ñu bëri dañ ko dee dégg.
Many people just hear about it.
ñu am fayda rek ak dignity ñoo fa nekk.
They are the only one who have dignity.
ñooñu ñëpp man lañ.
People who live there in Borewulen have dignity and they have great respect.
Exactly. te ñooñu tey.
And those people today.
li Berewuleen di rëy yëpp.
no matter how big Berewuleng is,
man lañ tànn def ma seen njiit maa di seen chairman.
I am their chairman today.
Lu fa ne rek maa ko dox mbaa ma wax ko.
Anything, I am the one who talked of it. Or
I am the chief of main organizer of things in Berewuleng.
Boo demee Jidda.
If you go to Jeddah,
suma kër nekka.
where my house is,
ñooñu itam kafoo ñaari kafoo laa fa kafoo yi fa gën a mag man lañ téye papa.
the most influential kafos, they take me as their honorary father.
ma toog ñooñu ñëpp war a dégg ne seen papa ji dañ ko yóbbu ndeke drogue rek la fay liggéey.
And one day they just heard about that their father is arrested because of selling drugs.
loolu taxoon na.
That one.
taxoon na ma fàtte man liñ ma def fële sax.
That I even forgot what I did at the NIA.
ba léegi suma xel su dajee loolu.
Up to today, when my mind goes back,
luy rëy la ci man.
it's something very big to me.
Imam Ratib fi Birkama sa Alaaji Sankum Touré.
Imam Ratib of Birkama, Alaaji Sankum Touré.
wallaay du def dara tey te oowut ma.
He has never done anything that I was
ñëpp dajee ci jumaa ji.
If everybody is at the mosque,
mu am lu mu war a wax mbaa mu war koo def.
and he has something to say or to do,
ña mu ngi toog di ma seetaan.
maybe he's sitting watching me.
foog mu ne ana Baboucarr na diw.
He must ask about me.
ma ne maa ngi mu ne ma kaay fii.
And I say, I'm here, and he said, come here.
ma gis teraanga yooyu.
And all those things,
ak yaakaar yooyu le.
and all the,
ñii ñëwuñ fay ma dara ci suma liggéey.
these people, they didn't do anything on me.
ndax di ma buubee suma kër suma doon njaboot yi di ma yóbbu na jaaykati drogue la.
Just to arrest me from my house and declare that I'm a drug dealer.
ma yàgg fa lool 28 days du caaxaan.
Almost 28 days.
dëkk bi yëpp nag jaxasoo.
The whole village was.
ma daan ñëw court.
When I am going to the court.
ku fi dëkk ci Birkama te fekkee ko gis nañ ko li fi lañ daan escort la ñoo def ci suñ kanami moto bi.
Usually we have an escort in front of our vehicle.
Motorcycle.
They used to give us a motorcycle escort all the way to
sirens.
Waaw moo nekk ci suñ kanam di yuuxu.
With sirens.
buñ demee ba jub Birkama marché ba.
When we are almost to Birkama market.
nga gis jigéen ñëpp jóg.
All the women will get
ba seen njaay ñii di tëj seen bitig ñii di manière pour dem fekkee ji fi ma taxaw
in certain things just to go and witness the case.
dinaa daan dem pour dugg ci courthouse na jël 1 hour.
Sometimes it takes only up to 1 hour that I cannot enter to the courthouse.
Because of nit ñi.
Because of the public.
moo taxoon magistrate bi sax tiit ne court bi xëju fi nañ ko yóbbu Banjul.
That's why the magistrate said that this case
doonu dara
to Banjul.
In a sense, you are telling us that your reputation as a community organizer, your reputation as a model person of model character in your area was badly affected.
Manam dal ci liñ ñu bëgg wax moy sa jikko ju rafet je turu rafet be fonka giñ ak ormal biñ la ormal ci tunda wo nga dëkke dafa melni tuuma bi yaxana ci bari ci loolu.
tuuma boobu lim ci def dafa bëri.
That accuse has done a lot on me.
yaxana lu bëri.
It has spoiled many things on me.
Parce que buñ ko waxee te ñiñ ko waxal xamuñ ni mu demee.
Because when it was narrated and those whom they narrated to, they didn't know how it came about.
dañ ko gëm.
They will believe in it.
te leneen itam dina tax ñu gëm ko.
And there's another thing that will make them to believe it.
man bi nga xamee ne ni suma yi bàyyi naa jàng.
When I left schooling.
alxuraan laa jàng de du school de.
Okay, yes.
waaw bi ma ko bàyyee.
When I left.
Quranic education. Completed Quranic education.
Exactly. bi ma ko bàyyee.
When I left.
fekk suma papa man.
Then my father.
rakki suma papa la moo ma yar ñu naan ko Ma Malick Mbow.
My father's brother.
moom suma papa ñoo bokk benn ndey.
He's my father's younger brother.
He's my uncle, Ma Malick Mbow.
Ma Malick Mbow.
Transporteur la woon.
He was a transporter.
mbiram moo ma dugal ci moto yi.
It's because of him that I involved in cars.
In vehicles.
ay truck la amee woon.
There's many trucks.
bi ma ñëwee nag ba xàmmee ko man maa resoon truck yooyu la yëpp
When I become responsible, I was responsible of all those vehicles.
Fala commencé man di hustle di faratu.
That's the time I start hustling.
Dem ubbi Islamic Bank suma account.
And I open an account at the Islamic Bank.
Man ko ubbe 13,000 la ko ubbe duma ko
I started $13,000
in the 80s.
in the 80s.
I'm a band year la te naka wachi 80s la.
But it was in the 80s. I don't know the year.
Man nek ak bank bi.
I was with the bank.
Di dencha be am 100 plus.
Until I have 100,000 plus. Long time ago.
Man tam ma commencé di dem ci auction ni di jënd ay moto ni di defaraat bem correct ma jaay.
So start going to the auction, buying cars and repairing them.
Birkama yeb loolu lañ ma xamé.
Resell it. Everybody in Birkama knows me of that.
Ma Islamic Bank itam dem be oluma.
Islamic Bank also trusted me.
Ne ñu ma dégg booba Mahmoud Diagne mooy director bi.
He said that they were hearing me, then Mahmoud Diagne was the director.
Mod Diop moo doon invest manager.
Mod Diop was the invest manager.
Ma ne leen lebal leen ma xaalis ñu compté 500,000 lebal ma ko.
I took a loan there of 500,000.
Ma liggéey 500 boobu.
And I worked with the 500,000.
Commencé ci di liggéey di sampale suma kër.
I start building my compound.
Bem demee ba wàññeeku ma laajaat leen waaye fekk fay naat 500 bi.
When the loan was almost done, I asked about another.
You joxaan ma 300,000.
This time around is $300,000 loan.
Léegi nag nit ñaa ngi gis man maa ngi sampa di jënd moto di peinture di
People
dawal.
see that I'm investing in building and driving cars.
Xamaluñ ma benn office.
They didn't know anything about me in the offices.
Xamaluñ ma benn département bu may liggéey.
They didn't know any of the any department that I work.
Kooku boo ko ne diw ndeke drogue la doon jaay li moo def na ndeke moto mi le loolu la.
If that person is accused of dealing drugs,
Kër gële mu sampa ndeke drogue la.
they will say that the
If
compound
such
that
a
is
person
building.
is accused of drug dealing, everybody would believe that all the assets I have acquired are the proceeds of drugs.
Very good. Fekk man maa ko ñaxa.
And that's the time I am the one who worked for
Xaw
it.
ma drogue ndax dafa ñuul ndax dafa bulo.
I didn't even know whether drug is black or
Ba fi
blue.
ma toog nii.
Up to where I am sitting here,
Alxuraan laal xanaa taay de ngeen baal ma boobu xam naa ko
I
ñax bi.
swear by the
waaye li
Quran, I
naan
know
drogue
for wheat,
ba tey mënuma laal lan la ci àddina.
but for drug, I didn't know it.
waaye suñ ko waxee ñu bëri dinañ ko gëm because of suma effort.
But if at all it was said, everybody will believe it
Hustle bi
because
ma
of my
defee
effort.
banque bi di ma jox ma xaalis boobu maay liggéey di fay ndànka.
The effort that I made, and I was given loan by the bank, and I
Islamic bank
started with it.
Islamic bank ngi nii demaguñ fen.
Islamic Bank is here,
waaye loolu tey laa ko musa ŋaang nit dégg ko.
but that thing is only mentioned today.
waaye dina daan jaaxal sax suma xarit yi léeg-léeg ñu gis ma jënd ñu ne oxyde ma dem di jënd.
Sometimes
wala ñu
one
ne
of my
paaka ngi
friends,
fële wér cëb ma jënd ko.
when they see me buying these oxen cars or a plot of land,
nu ma def ba am xaalis bi na leen jaaxal parce que duma leen ko wax te gisuñ ma ci benn département.
how I made those money, it will worry them because they have never seen me in any department.
moo tax bi ñu waxee drogue bi ñu bëri gëm ne dëgg la.
That's the time when they mention about this drug, everybody believe in it.
ñu bëri fonkoon ma lool commencé di withdraw.
All those who gave me respect start to withdraw,
waaye ñu bëri gëmuñ ko.
while some also didn't believe in it.
ñi ma xam dëgg.
Those who know me very well,
li may xeex ci ndongo yooyu di toxtaay sax léegi su ma koñak di def yenn manière yi ni may def ak ñoom.
how I fought for smoking cannabis with those boys around my street,
ñooñu dinañ gëm ne man xaw ma drogue.
they will believe that I didn't know about drug.
All right, proceed. So, how do you feel that such an accusation was made against you, knowing fully well that you were doing what is expected of good citizens?
léegi nag yow lan nga yëg xam ne tuuma bu tollu noonu moom lañ jël teg ko ci sa kaw fekk yow moom la nga doon def rek mooy sa liggéey boo xam ne yaa ngi ko doon comme doomi réew bu baax def li nga xam ne moo la war nga def ko tuuma gi fekk la ci.
waaw joxoon na ma gàcce gu rëy.
I was really disgraced.
jox ma naqar bu rëy rëy.
With pain.
dama ko xalaat ba sonn.
I think about this for so long.
Mike.
To conclude this, let us know what impact it had on your family and your businesses and your properties.
léegi nag pour jeexal rek ñu wax xam tuuma googu ak mbugal boobu nga xam ne moo la dal yépp lan la jural yow ci sa boppa yaag say njaboot ak sa ay alal.
waaw bi nga xamee ne li bu ñëwee ci wàlli alal bi.
Yes, when it comes to my properties.
xam nga wax naa fi léegi ne suma ñaari jabar yi ku ne kër laa la kër sa kër yi bopp nga nekk.
You know, I just mentioned that the two of my wives, each of them has our own house.
fiñ ma jëlee suma aaw bi suma kër.
Where I was arrested from my first
Jidda
wife.
amagut courant Jidda di whole Jidda courant dugg fa.
Then there was no electricity in Jeddah.
man dama dem jënd generator.
I bought a generator.
Generator list maa ko jëndee 45,000.
Generator list that I bought for 45,000.
yu ma ko jaay sax ñu ngi ko doon ak Keba Cissé musoon naa nekk fi director of NSS time bu wala NIA xaw ma.
The one I saw him, it was one time the director of NSS, Keba Cissé.
ma ko yónnee container fekk generator baa ngi ci biir.
His son sent him a container when the generator was there.
ma jënd generator bu.
I bought that generator.
dem fix ko suma kër.
And I fixed it in my house.
booba courant amut di whole Jidda foofu.
There was no electricity in Jeddah.
su time taal télé jotee.
When it's time to sit on the television,
dama génnee télé bi ci diggeeta bi.
I always take the television outside.
taal generator bi.
And I put on the generator.
koñ boobu yëpp mag ak ndaw ñëpp fa la ñuy ñëw seetaan.
Everybody in the street come to watch
Because
the
amuñu
television
courant.
because there was no electricity.
ma am fa fridge itam bu mag moo ko doxal.
I also had a free refrigerator.
fa la ñoo ñaan seen ndox mu sedd.
That's where they come and pick cold water.
bitig bi ma fa defit ñu ñëw di jënd foofu daal lañ yaakaar ci lu sedda.
That's the only place that they thought of when it comes to cold thing.
bi ma NIA yi la yóbboo.
When I was arrested by the NIAs,
ca élection ndax ca gannaaw élection.
the following day or the next day,
lañ ñëw jël danaka générateur boobu.
they came and took the generator.
Who took the generator?
kana ko jël.
boobu mënuma leer wax dëgg parce que dama waat ci Alxuraan.
That one I couldn't tell because I swear,
waaye xam naa ne.
but I know that
su ma ko doon jéeñ nit.
if I am to accuse anybody,
NIA yi laa koo jéeñ.
I will just accuse the NIA.
ñoom ñoo ma jëlee foofu yóbbu ma.
They were the one who picked me from my house.
after 2 days.
After 2 days,
mi generator bi dem.
the generator was gone.
But how did the generator disappear? The people who took it must have said something to the occupants of your house.
waaw naka la generator bi demee noonu am naa ñi ko jël si ñoom foog ñu wax dara ñi nga xam ne ñoom lañ fekk sa kër.
bi ma génnee ba laajte de suma njaboot gi after bi ñu amee bill.
When I was out, when I was guaranteed bail and I asked my family,
ñoom biñ ko yóbbu yëguñ ko.
they said that when it was taken, they were not aware.
suma jabar yëgu ko suma doom yëguñ ko.
My wife was not aware, my children were not aware.
Can we conclude that the generator was stolen?
kon xëj na mun nañoo wax ne dañ ko sàcc.
exactly.
Exactly.
noonu la demee.
That's how it was.
waaw léegi bu jógee ci wàll boobu.
When we are done with that part,
bi nga xamee ne nii ñu ngi fii 28 days.
when we were there for 28 days,
nekk ci court bi almost 2 years.
with the court also for 2 years,
suma kayiti kër gi nga xam ne fa la seet ba ne.
all my compound documents where my second wife is,
moom laa wax suma jabar ne ko mu ànd ak suma broda am kum ko yóbbul kayiti këram gi.
that's how I asked my brother and my wife to take the document
am fu mu ko teg.
and where he will place it.
It was played, Tyler, right?
Tyler, wow.
Okay.
Pour
So-
mu dem Tyler ko.
Okay. It was pledged to somebody, I mean, for money.
Yes.
All right.
Because of lawyer yi pour ma mun a am lawyer ñoom ñu mun maa jëlal lawyer.
So that I can take a service of a lawyer.
How much did you pay as lawyer's fees?
ñaata nga fayoon lawyer bi.
waaw du benn lawyer sax di ay
It
lawyer.
was not only one lawyer, it's lawyers.
Please.
ok bi nga xamee ne yóbbu nañ kayiti kër gi.
When they were taking the documents,
suma first lawyer.
my first lawyer,
Lamin Jobaate.
Lamin Jobate,
moom laa njëkk a jël.
he was the first person that I hired his services.
60,000 la charge.
$60,000. That's
You
what
joke.
he charged, and he was paid.
ñu dem tuuti rek.
Just for some time,
ñu ne moom def nañ ko Minister of Justice.
he was the Minister of Justice.
He was made Minister
Minister
of
of
Justice,
Justice.
appointed Minister of Justice.
waaw So kooku dem.
Then one left.
Ñu jël Lamin Mbodj.
We took Lamin Mbodj.
For 50,000.
For 50,000.
Kooku itam ñu fay ko.
That was also, that man, he was also paid.
Kooku itam dem for some months rek.
He went for 2 months.
1, 2, 3 sitting rek.
1 to the third sittings.
Moom ci boppam am problem.
He himself involved in a problem.
Ñu arrest ko foog yóbbu ko.
He was arrested.
Ku ci mujja.
The last one.
Lamin Sanyang.
Lamin Sanyang.
Musoon naa nekk Minister of Justice.
He was one time the Minister of Justice.
Kooku laa mujjee jël.
That was the last person that I hired his services.
Kooku itam lim chargeoon suma fàttewut 45,000.
That one also, if I didn't forget, he charged for 45,000.
Ñu fay ko.
And he was paid.
Ñoo kooku la.
And we were with him.
Baby ñoo accused and discharged.
Until we were acquitted and discharged.
Wow. Ñetti lawyer yëpp jaar nañ suma abor fii.
Those were the 3 lawyers that I hired.
In essence, you paid about $155,000 towards lawyers' fee.
Exactly. Pour lawyer rek la.
boole seen li nga fay lawyer rek dem na ba ci téeméer ak juróom fukk ak juróomi junne dollars.
In the meantime, what happened to your mortgage, to the property that you gave out as sortie for the payment of, as guarantee security for the payment of the loan? What happened to it?
Kër googu nga xam ne moom nga jëloon nga tayle ko pour nga mun a am loo fayee sa lawyer yi naka la kër ga mujjee?
Kër ga dama ko mujjee ñàkk.
I end up losing the house.
Because bi ma génnee noonu amatuma kàttani lijjanti sax pour mun a fay.
Because when I was out, I couldn't arrange for anything to pay back.
You said your wife developed pressure, high blood pressure. Where is she today?
Late.
Nga ne sa jabar daf ki mujj amee sa high blood pressure ana mo
ko ci loolu la doxee gaañu.
She died now.
Ma jabar bu mag bi.
She already died now.
Gaañu na.
She died.
No further questions, Mr. Chair?
Thank you, Counsel, and thank you, Mr. Cham, for your testimony.
Counsel,
Sorry that you had to endure so much yet again in the hands of agents of the state. One quick question before I ask commissioners to pose any questions they have for you. When you mentioned Ansumana and his injuries, at one point you said that they were holding him overnight or so, and perhaps with other detainees, I wasn't too sure of that. They were being taken to their own doctors. You seem to use that. Whose doctors? Their own doctors, NIA doctors, or Ansumana and other detainees are doctors?
li ma la bëgg a laaj fii laajte bu gàtt la rek balaa commissioner yi di laajte mooy ne Ansumana mii nga wax ne dañ ko gaañoon ci kanamam bi wax nga fi ne dañ ko daan jël ay guddi di ko yóbbu ci seeni docteur yi boppa yoo xam ne ci ruxa ba lañ ko daan yóbbu ñooñu docteur yi NIA lañ wala docteur yi ñi fa jàppalañ
waaw man àgguma fa de waaye xam naa ne li Ansumana wax I didn't do Ansumana rek Ansumana la gaañoom gën a serious waaye ñi ñëpp seen yaram yi dafa dog ñëpp la ñoo dress all of them.
I didn't go there, but according to Ansumana, though Ansumana was the one wounded on his private part, but and it was more serious, but others, they were all beaten. It's only one car, one vehicle.
All and
And they were all parked in the vehicle. Except me, that I was never beaten and wounded. When they went and came back, we all usually sit and chat. Sometimes they will go quickly, they will come back. Sometimes they will spend time. If they just go and come back, I ask them, it's not that you went to the big hospital? They said, no, it was not there.
Okay,
it's where they said these people have their own doctors here. If at all it's not within the same premises,
sori would.
it is not very much far.
Man na gisuma ko waaye dewma fa waaye xam naa ne seen on fajkat lañ am.
I have never seen them and I've never been there, but I know that they have their own doctors.
Exactly.
Thank you. Did they tell you the names of those doctors?
ndax jot nañ laa wax turi docteur yooyu?
No, àgguñ ci loolu.
No, we have not gone to that level.
Okay. Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate. Commissioner Samba, you have the floor, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Babukar.
No.
Man la master wusi chono binga daj.
Jërëjëf.
Thank you.
Why fogulone?
Don't you think that
Chono binga chono yep.
with all your suffering,
NIA sen leku kay binga ay guy mota ñu tek la chono bobu.
this NIA, you deny them where they can extort money. That's why you were tortured. That's why you were being treated like that.
Wow, loolu rek la de because ñoom dañ demoon pour lekki rek.
Yes, because those people, they just went there to take money.
Biñ gisee de drug squad yi ñu bëggale na daxa ñooñu itam ne leen duñ fi jóg ñun ñoo moom liggéey bi.
When they saw the drug squad, they want to chase them out from there. They said that that's their right, the drug squad.
Fa lañ jàppoo ñoom yi neen ba sànniyante fetel sax xëcc.
That's where they have pull and push until a gun
ñu ne
was
nag
up.
léegi comme man maa puus ñooñu dugga fa ma ne dinaa dugga ci coono bi parce que su ma ko waxutoon ñooñu duñ ko yëg.
They said that because I'm the one who pushed them there, because if I didn't have informed them, they wouldn't have gone
Because
there.
I was the whistleblower, if I did not inform the drug squad, then the drug squad members would not have gone to the scene and spoiled the deal.
Correct.
Ñaarel bi lima la bëgga laaj moy.
Second correction is,
Am nga yow yangon def ne yow doomi Gambian pire nga.
you were showing that you are a patriotic citizen.
Mbolem luy wara yaxa rew mi yow bëgguloo ko woon.
Anything that can spoil this country, you don't need it, you don't want it.
Bëggoon nga taxaw ne at least drogue boobu noonu mu mun a génn parce que su génnu dina yàq suñ ndaw yi.
You are trying to save our children, youths, because of that drug.
Si ndimbal boobu noonu nga nekk nga amee ci coono bii nii foog nga ne ëllëg soo gisee fu ñoo jaayee drogue di nga ñeme ñangaan.
With all those good efforts, you end up being in this problem. You are jeopardized. So, do you think that someday, when you see this kind of thing, will you act?
Waaw dina doon jafe trop parce que ñu ne bu ndóobin reyee sa maam foo gisee lu ñu daw.
Yes, because I mean, it will be difficult.
Waaw loolu dina
It will
jafe
be
nga wax.
difficult because once bitten, twice shy.
Yes.
Loolu moo taxoon xale yi nga xam ne ragaloon nañ ma trop sax ci seen mbiri toxum taay bi la suñ koñ ak yooyu.
Those kids who were, the youths who were so afraid of me during this time of smoking ganja and the like,
Bi lii xewee
when this thing happened,
am na ci ñu ma commencé ñemeñ.
some of them, they start daring me.
Waaw su bi li duñ ma ko wax daal rek waaye su ma lifee ñu ngi kanam bata ni fooy maa muta duro koo la jax.
They didn't tell me directly, but when I passed, they usually tell this man is not the one who was arrested because of drug.
Abe ki biir la jàng yaara fa nga ko baloo ñu ne.
He's just boasting, but he is always survive. This is his way of survival.
Loolu naxari woon na ma.
That really pains me.
Parce que wallahi ak alxuraan bii ma tiim nii.
Wallahi, with this Quran that I swear with,
Dërëmi drogue su duggee suma kër.
I have never.
Yaa na ko safara génne. Xaw ma sax luy drogue.
Is burned by fire.
Waaye lii tam neex na ma trop may wax ni biir kaama di ma gis.
But this thing is also fine that I am sitting here, and Birkama people are watching.
Ñu xam ne man dama ñaxa.
And they know that I work for it.
Di liggéey di jox Islamic Bank.
They work and pay to the Islamic Bank.
Ben ma laaj leen ñu lebal ma 500,000 in those
Sitting
days.
there until I was given a loan of 500,000 in those days.
Maay jënda oxyne moto yi di pentiraat di defar di jaayaat am
Buy
ci
these
wërsëg
auction
trop.
vehicles, repair, paint, and resell it.
Bu ma defar balaa pare ñu ne ma ñaata ma jaay ko.
Anyone that I bought before it is done, I will be asked how much and I sell it.
Léeg-léeg ma am ci juróom benn yoo xam ne ñu ngi ci toliyee maa ne ñu ngi maa dégg biir kaama.
Sometimes I have up to 5 at the 12 years.
Waaye fi ma ko jëlee musuma ko wax nit.
But where I usually have it, I never tell anybody.
Waaye bëgg naa tey ñu xam ne
But today I want them to know that
bi suma papa amee truck yi ma di ci liggéey di faratu ba jox Islamic Bank ubbi fa account ñoo ma ekkati.
When my father was having these drugs, I was working there until I saved to Islamic Bank.
ñaari yoon ñu ma lebal xaalis bi 500,000 bi 300,000.
I was given loan for 2 times. One for 500,000, the other one 300,000.
Moom laa doon liggéey ku foog ne drogue laay liggéey ma ne man xawma drogue.
That's what I used to work with. To those who think that I used to use drug, I didn't know drug.
Bëgguma xam drogue.
And I don't want to know drug.
Bëgguma xam sax ku ko xam.
I don't even want to know who knows drug.
Waaw bëgg naa ñëpp xam loolu.
I want everybody to know that.
Xale yi itam ñi foogoon ne xëy na liñ doon wax dëgg la.
Those youths also who think that what they were saying is true.
Ba am ñu ma doon moytu commencé di ma ñeme.
But those who were afraid of me and they started daring me,
nañ xam ne li ñoo wax du dëgg.
let them know that what they were saying is not true.
Te li ma leen di toppee seen njëriñ rek la.
And what I am trying to do is only that will benefit them tomorrow.
Toxum taay ak toxum drogue.
Using drug and smoking ganja.
Lu mu wàññiwut ci yéen du leen ko yokka.
It will never do anything good for them.
Te lu baax rek laa leen yéene.
I only wish good things for them.
boo ngeen xalaatee man li ma dee spend ci xale yi.
If you know how much I spend on youths.
Depuis football team yi.
On football teams.
Berewulen football team la moo indi turi Berewulen bi.
Berewulen football teams.
maa leen brought up.
I am the one who brought them up.
da laan jëndal dàll.
I usually buy shoes for them. Vest.
Campaign bu ñu waree football yi.
When they want to play football.
bu ci feebar.
Anybody who's
ma jox la util garab.
I will give you to go and buy medication.
waaye loolu lépp suma ñaxala de.
With all that, I'm the one who worked for it. It's my sweat.
joxut ma ko de.
And I never got that from drug dealing.
bëgg naa ñu xam loolu bu baax.
I want them to know that very well.
ku ko doon xalaat ci man di ma ko foogee.
All those who were thinking of that on me.
day mooy bés bi pour ma leeral leen ne loolu man bokkut ci suma domaine.
Today that I make it clear that I was not involved in drug dealing.
maa doon hustle ba Islamic Bank jox ma xaalis lebal ma may liggéey.
Until I was given loan by the Islamic Bank.
liggéey boobu nag yàlla wërsëgal ma ci.
The work I was blessed with by God.
ma am ci suma kër yi.
I acquire my houses.
jur ci suma njaboot gi.
And I have my children from there.
jàngal leen.
And I educated them.
te koñ bi lu xew.
And anything that happened where I live.
fi ma juddoo su may wone Birkama yëpp.
Where I was born, or the whole of Birkama.
amut fu dara di xew loo xam ne nañ ci def la ci doole wala ci am wala ci leneen.
I always saw my contribution either on my power or financially.
ma des ci gannaaw.
Okay.
du ma ci des gannaaw.
I will never be left by the back.
waaw loolu yëpp bugga leen rek ak soppa leen.
All that is only because I love them.
moo tax ma di ko def.
That's why I was doing all those things.
waaye nag am naa loraange gu métti ci drug squad yi la naka astafurlah NIA.
But I really feel pain with this drug, with this NIA.
waaw ñoo rek di ma jël di yàq suma der nii ci àddina si parce que demoon na ba time seen liggéeyukaay dañ daan jël feeg lifin yooyu la dajale ko nii teg ko ci table bi nii ba mu fees.
Sometimes they usually make some fake.
seen caméraman bi ñu oo ko su ko defee ñu oo la diw kaay nga dem taxaw nii team affaire yooyu. kële taxaw fële la nataal ñu di ko yónnee nit ñi ci àddina si.
And they will snap you there, and at the end of the day, they send it outside world.
The NIA used to bring in people, put drugs on the table, fake drugs on the table, and take pictures of the person. And these pictures are circulated worldwide to suggest that this person is a drug dealer. That's what you said, right?
Very well. Ko doon def di nataal sax xam naa turam suma toomaa la Babu la tudda.
Babu what? Babu what?
santa bi fàtte naa ko waaye Babu la tudda mu ngi foofu sot booy la nii. dañoo jël paquet yi lépp yoo xam ne du dara ñu dajale ko nii nga ñëw firee ko nii. by force la nag. nga ne nii
By force.
im affaire boobu la mu taxaw fële la nataal.
And I know the person who was doing that. His name is Babu. He's a
du dara
guy.
loolu yëpp daj naa ko foofu. maay leeral àddina si yëpp na dañuy fenkat lañ.
I enjoyed all those things there, and I'm telling the whole world.
ñu bon lañ woon ñu soxor lañ.
They are bad people. They are very wicked.
rek laa fa gis te loolu laa fa xam te looloo fa ne.
Only what I saw there, and that's exactly what is there.
Wow.
Okay, yes.
Bahna jërëjëf Baboucarr.
Jërëjëf.
Yal na la Yàlla xeetali.
Thank you very much, BABUCARR. May God help you.
Amen.
Thank you very much. And if you have any concluding remarks to make.
Mr. Chair, perhaps on this one he could put it in Mandinka.
Wow. Man dégg naa làkk local language yëpp.
You mean the concluding remarks?
Yes.
Please proceed.
Man def ko ci soose. Bu baax.
Can we have interpretation into English? Mandinka, then English. Are we set at the interpretation booth? Mandinka into English.
Yes, we are set.
Proceed, please.
Assalamu alaikum barim birkamankol.
Greetings to my people living in Brikama,
Wala West Coast Bay,
or the whole of the West Coast region,
or Gambia Bay,
or the whole of the Gambia.
Bay Konton.
I extend greetings to everyone.
Kuokuye wati lesoto.
Everything has its time.
Na wato mansia bukake.
When the time is not yet, when the time is not yet arrived at.
Nte Babu Cham leka diamale jang TRRC.
It's me, Babu Cham, talking to you at the TRRC.
Memeng kumakanjang.
What I'm saying here,
Me ala tentu la follow.
I first thank Allah
Kana siyenyi siran kanjang.
to get the chance to come and sit down on this chair here.
Mune ya sabu.
The reason why,
Kana mfan seneyandi.
to come and clear myself.
Kulel keta komand.
Some things happened in the past,
Akuono ni toro ben hanibi.
and up to date, I am very unhappy about those happenings.
Birkama be tonkon nano be manyin kuku ye nyilon ne ko lung sodota.
The whole of Brikama were aware that there was a day
Aketa lung timia lonko lungo sembo wartam fe back.
It was a day which I cannot forget up to this day, because it was a day when something big happened.
Bireng NIL nata nasuo kono kanankam.
When the NIA came to pick me up from my home,
Kankam matoku ya silola.
just to tarnish my image
Kakangolanna.
and to tell lies against me,
Kantofo ka droko tofo.
to name me and name drugs as part of my business,
Mia lonko hanimbe siyo mintonta fole fo fem finnem fo fem koy.
and up to the moment where I am sitting, I don't know drugs, whether it is black or white.
Doli ya long dolu malong.
Some people know, but some people don't know.
Adong alala man sabaya kan.
And by the grace of Allah,
Birkama mingulu taje.
the town of Brikama, where I was born,
Alay horomo dinna je back.
well, I command big respect in Brikama.
Kebal yang horoma.
The elderly people respect me,
Dindingol yang horoma.
and so as the young ones.
Baraka ke dole jakal kuote.
But some people are puzzled,
Ndefangola balunya.
me, myself, how I was living,
Anintanya.
how I was going along by myself.
Mbedoman dimfola lebi.
I will say something to you people today
Pour al salong.
so that you will understand me.
Nene ma fonna musuyefa.
I never even told any of my wives,
Sakana mbadi.
much more my other relatives.
Mbederi nga kanedro.
I have been quiet all along.
Wala mumunti.
What is that?
Ndefa mami yenkulu mama lingbo. Moja mayalong.
My father, the man who brought me up, Mam Malik Mbow, known by many people,
Animfa ma bakilim.
he is from the same mother with my father.
Womu transporterolti.
That man was a transporter.
Ay moto le soto nyim moto ba Jamal.
He had a lot of trucks in those days.
Wo motolu.
Those trucks,
Ngulata wale no mafonga na karango fongo tuje.
that was the place where I was working until I had to leave my education,
Nata lafi moto kuola.
and then I became somebody who liked to work with trucks.
Fombulata wolkono.
Then this is how I was involved in vehicle business.
Na feferi follow.
The first time I started picking something out of that business,
started
with those vehicles.
Account Islamic Bank.
I went to the Islamic Bank and I opened an account there. I was among the first people who opened savings account at the Islamic Bank.
With 13,000.
I opened the account with $13,000. In those days, I used to go to the provinces and come back. Any little amount that I pick along, I will come and save it at the bank. That's how I kept on saving my money there until I got a substantial amount there. At that time, those who were following me were they also became a little bit healthy in saving money. I left my father's other siblings in that business, then I started my own. That's what I was doing. Until the bank itself trusted me. Who was the director at that bank at that time? They called him Mahmoud Jain.
Invest manager.
Who was the invest manager in those days? He was called Mamadou Job. There was a day when I went to them and I told them that I want a loan. When I requested for this loan, they never even spoke a word. Immediately, they approved my loan. I was given $500,000 as a loan.
Islamic Bank.
This is what they gave me at the Islamic Bank. I started working and I added my volume of work. Then I started paying them loan bit by bit. When I completed the payment, I requested for another loan and I was given another $300,000. I never told anybody about these loans. But if anybody has two minds about what I just said, go to Mahmoud Jain or Modu Job or go to the bank itself, they will show you. This is why the things I was doing, how I came about to get these properties and these assets. If now somebody comes and accuses that person that he's a drug dealer, somebody can believe it. Because they never knew where I worked, they've never seen me working in any department.
Mantara any NGO.
I have never worked for any NGO.
Mantara any company to.
I've never worked for any company. They just see me going and coming.
But that
didn't start today. I started this since a long time ago. The bad ones, those who concocted these lies and involved me to tarnish my image, that is the NIA. I'm revealing it here today that they never, all what they said about me were all lies. The noise and the commotion which happens at the Brikama market to the level of closing the roads around the market is not because of anything, but it was all because of lies that they were doing, and it was all false. I want the whole of Brikama and the whole of Gambia to know that. That me, BABUCARR CHAM, I want everybody to know that I don't even know what are drugs. I've never been involved in any drugs trade. I have never even had a friend who has ever been involved in drug dealing. And all those who know me in the whole of the Gambia, nobody will stand and say that I know he's a drug dealer, I have ever seen drugs with him, or his friend Mr. So-and-so is a drug dealer. So when I was informed to come here, well, I had two minds before. I had two minds to come here. But on the whole, to come here is something very, very good. It should have been, it worth everything. Because you come here and clear yourself up. You cleanse up yourself. And whatever you know about the truth, you reveal it. This is what I'm doing today. My family suffered some time ago. The way they know me and my family and my elder wife, who happens to be Umigasama, everybody knew that the day I was arrested and taken away up to the day she passed away, she never recovered from the shock that she encountered. But Allah will decide on their side for what they did. But those who are living today, those who are with me in the region of Kombo today, if anybody used to think that, or if anybody is thinking that I know something about drugs, I would like to clarify to everybody here that I don't even know what are drugs, whether it is a black object or white, I don't know. Well, my dealings also, if anybody is in doubt of it, it is the bank which supported me. Islamic Bank. Drug, even the smallest bit of drugs, I am praying to Allah, the Creator. If I ever earned a shilling out of drug and I took it to my compound, I'm praying to Allah to burn it and anything that it came it into my compound. In the name of the Al-Quran and the creation of the Quran. I want everybody to take that out of your mind. The respect between me and everybody. Let these bad people not poison your minds about me. They just did this to tarnish my image. But it is Allah who can destroy somebody, but not anybody, not a human being. If somebody is here from Brikama, what I'm saying, up to this day, today in Brikama, if the elders call me, I will get up and go along with them. If the youths get up, they don't leave me behind. I thank Allah because of that. My greatest thanks also to the TRRC. I hail you people here. It is now known to me that the TRRC being here is very, very important. And it is very useful. If anybody happens to encounter something like this, please, I'm appealing to you, come and sit down here and clear yourself. There is nothing here except peace and to cleanse yourself. And there is nothing more than that. Today I am in a very happy state. If I return home, even my children, I'll find them smiling. Because they are all grown-ups now. And they had a lot of foolish things about me before. But I have made everything clear today.
On the
side of drugs, I am as clean as the day I was born in this world. People who are bad people who, you know, they are impostors. They came with their evil minds and they decided to tarnish my image, spoil my good name. But Allah has helped me to clear it today. Commissioners, my greetings to all of you. From the top to the bottom.
The lead council.
With the lead council. All workers here. I am happy today and my happiness doesn't have any end. Definitely, I have never been as happy as today. To come and sit here and talk and everybody seeing me explaining what I went through is very important. It is of profound importance to me. I am stopping here. I'm praying for everybody here. May Allah reward all of you in the name of the Holy Prophet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cham. We are only carrying out our duty somewhere here on the mandate.
Mr. Cham.
The Act requires us in Section 13C provide victims an opportunity to relate their own accounts of violations and abuses suffered. That's what we have done. Thank you for coming to testify. And we hope all goes well with you. Council, we have two options. One, a 30-minute break, or we have a 1-hour break for lunch. Are you ready with the next witness?
Yes, we are ready with the next witness, but we are in your hands as to how it is done. Remember that there would be prayer time between 2 o'clock and 2:15. So I leave it to you and your commissioners to decide how you want to do this.
Why don't we come back at 2:30 then?
Or we can take a 15-minute break. That is to 1 p.m. and then we do 1 hour 30 minutes. Sorry, we do go until, so we come back at 1 p.m. or 1:05, and then we could go until 1:45, and then we take 1 hour break.
I'm supposed to be managing this time, but you're okay, fine. Let's take the 15-minute break then, and take
we return at 5 minutes past
and then
1.
come back
1:05.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, if that's okay, we will take a 15-minute break and then come back at 1:05. Thank you. Meeting is adjourned.